The Opie and Anthony Show on XM 202, featuring Opie, Anthony, and James Norton.
They are the most vile, despicable human beings in the country. Creeps, ankle biters.
Obviously, the strength is their ability to turn mistruth into something people would believe.
Wow, how long is this guy going to continue to babble and say nothing?
All day long!
Shut up!
All right, here we go.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's worse than I imagined.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
We are a bunch of dopes.
I think we're lewd.
And we're probably pushing 20 arrests because of this radio show.
Out of touch cornballs.
3 retards.
We have the effect of Tylenol PM.
Opie.
You know I could have been a model.
Anthony.
I'm gay.
James Norton.
I like yogurt.
Robert Reed.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Are ya, Steve? We got to get right into it. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The ONA virus spreading across America. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. More terrorist crap.
Schwang.
If you're flying today, be prepared to fly naked. I think you're allowed to fly today if you're naked.
Yeah, I think that's the very next step.
We got to acknowledge all the people that are on their way to an airport, Anthony. Every morning, people listen to us on their way to a plane.
Leave your luggage at home. No luggage, no clothing, nothing. Not even the clothes on your back. Fox News alert. You must fly nude is what we're getting here at our Fox Information Center. Let's go to the terror desk where they're saying that everyone must now fly completely nude. And your head will be shaved. You'll be shaved of all bodily hair before you go on because you might be able to hide something in a tuft.
This is your job today. You got to spread this rumor. You have to fly nude today.
Nude.
They're allowing you to get to your destination as long as you're willing to fly nude.
Yes. You will be allowed to carry one pair of tighty-whities in a clear plastic Ziploc bag onto the plane. But that is it. And that's just so when you get to your destination, you don't look silly walking out of the terminal. But, yes, you must fly nude, completely naked.
I would like to know more about this terrorist plot, but the local news here in New York, they're doing cute little human interest stories. So
they're doing a story about how sharks might help predict hurricanes.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you. That's great. Appreciate it.
You know what I like about hurricanes? You could see them coming for days. How about we get a little more info on this terrorist thing?
Because you can't see that coming.
You don't see it coming. They made some arrests in England, apparently. Seems out of Heathrow. They've pretty much shut down Heathrow to any European air traffic. But there was supposedly this plot by terrorists to blow up upwards of 9 planes at the same time in the air with explosives carried on in their carry-on luggage. I thought we were checking carry-on luggage. Anytime I go through, and I know England's security is pretty similar to ours, if not tougher, because it's right next to filthy Europe. So no more carry-on. All they're allowing is a see-through plastic bag. There you go. You got your passport, small purse or wallet, medication that you're on, and if you have a child with you, you could have some type of baby formula that will be scrutinized, I guess. Some fatty there taking swigs off your baby bottle.
That's always fun at the airport, seeing the...
Could you drink that? It's breast milk.
Right.
Oh.
And then they get insulted, and then they call the press, and they make a big big story out of it because they have to sit there and chug baby formula in front of some security guard.
And then as far as the U.S. goes, now in England they've raised the airport alert, which is different than a terror alert, I guess, to red. And then they have to tell you, which is the highest level, because you'd sit there and think, red. I think puce could be higher. Could be higher, some kind of lavender thing. But it's red there, and they've upped it to orange here, which is right below red. I don't know what it was at. Was it at yellow here? Shouldn't it just be red all the time as long as we allow these savages in this country?
Why would you ever lower the terror alert?
Should always be red. And I believe red is, as we said, totally nude air travel.
That's what you got today.
That's it.
We don't know who the people are that are doing this, though. I mean, you can't look out there in an airport and recognize them.
Well, Jimmy, that's just it.
You just never know. I mean,
it could be a regular middle-aged American white woman pushing a baby carriage with a couple of kids. It could be, I don't know, an Asian family walking onto the plane. Could be
70-year-old black gentleman.
70-year-old black guy deciding to see some family.
But isn't it too obvious to look for just the Middle Easterners at this point?
People will point out. Believe me, they will.
The Chechnya.
Dude, let me tell you I'll tell you, when I'm flying, as soon as you see one, even if they're with a family and a million kids, you're still like,
suspicious of that guy. Right.
It's obvious to everyone. So you got to think they're trying to figure out something else. Whether it's trying to recruit, somebody that could like sneak through the cracks or just a completely different way.
Ain't gonna recruit a grandma. Ain't gonna recruit.
Maybe she doesn't know though.
Your run-of-the-mill family.
Maybe
what they do? Tuck something in her pen?
Yeah, maybe she thought they were just helping her out.
Exploding Velcro.
Right.
People thought that, though, like, you're not too sure who to look for. And then 9/11, you look at the pictures, that's exactly who we should have looked for.
Those are the guys.
Oh, I understand that, but now it's 5 years later, and it's obvious to everyone when you go to an airport. I get nervous when you're on a plane and you see a Middle Eastern person. You're like, oh, my God.
Because it's still, 99% of the time, it's Al-Mahid, Rashad, Abi,
But do you think they're that dumb where they think they could carry these things through?
It has nothing to do with how smart or dumb they are. It's their resources. They have trouble recruiting from their own kind. You know what I mean? Like, it's very involved, the steps that they take, and people still catch on and they're arrested by the police. If they start approaching people that we wouldn't suspect, the jig would be up in a second.
Right.
And that isn't a racial comment about him being high up in an airplane. I'm talking about the Arabs, people from Arab countries. That's who is doing this the majority of the time. I know there are some homegrown terrorists, they want to, their mommy and daddy maybe gave them a little too much money when they were kids, and they hate the country and decide that they're going to do something. That isn't really the majority of the problem here. So we're still looking for middle-aged to young Middle Eastern men who are doing this.
So at the airport,
period.
If we check all of them, do you feel like we're completely safe?
Then I think if all the resources go toward that, or most of the resources go toward checking
you
those
would feel
people,
real safe to fly all over the world?
It's called racial profiling.
95% safer.
And it would be safer. Our resources would be put where they're supposed to be instead of this political correctness, which is putting everyone in danger and having us now fly completely naked with a plastic bag of our little friggin' passport.
No iPod, no laptop.
Nothing. You're not allowed. Your laptop is now in your checked baggage.
No beverage.
No beverage. You can't walk in now with you just bought a bottle of water, maybe a little parched, you cannot get that. You now have to get on your plane and wait until the plane takes off. And the service card comes through. If there's a delay, one of those long delays, you're now sitting there for hours waiting to get a drink.
Just so you don't offend somebody who's a problem to be.
Bottom line, yeah.
So
you don't
they're
offend.
Dumb. They're not dumb. We're dumb, and they know we're dummies. They know we're too stupid and too afraid to actually just profile the way we're supposed to.
They didn't blow anything up, but they've just made it completely inconvenient, more inconvenient to go about our daily lives here in this country.
They accomplished their mission.
Right, and that's one of their missions is to disrupt our lifestyle in this country, and now they've done it again. More security. You can't bring beverages on, and it's going to be really embarrassing when you're naked.
All right, let's go to Don the trucker. Don, what's up?
What's up, Renee?
Hey, man.
Hey, I was listening to Fox, Opie, and they said they got 3 more, so that brings up a total of 24 right now.
That has to be Fox News and not local Fox News, because local Fox News has a cute little story how you could get a cell phone for your dog.
Yeah. Well, we were talking earlier about how the local news affiliates gave up, like your local Fox affiliate, not the Fox News channel, gave up because they know when a big story hits, you're not going there. You're going to CNN or you're going to Fox News, where, depending on your political affiliation. That's what you're doing.
They're British. They were calling British Muslims, and now they said they're still looking about 30 more of them over there.
All right. Thank you, Don.
Yeah, we know they're Muslims. So
All right.
That's the first time I've heard the word Muslims. I know it hasn't said so on the news or anything, but, you know.
Of course they're Muslims.
They're not?
Stop it. And England has a huge problem over there with Muslims. You think we're politically correct over here with them? They treat them with kid gloves over there.
Hey, really fast. You thought I was kidding? So Fox News Channel all over this story, right?
Yeah.
Here's what Fox News locally in New York is doing.
All right.
So when you guys go on a picnic, is it you or your husband that hauls around the big cooler?
I always wanted to go to a picnic, and I've never been able to.
Oh, do I want to use the C word?
That's romantic.
Oh,
well, if you're
God.
tired of hauling around the cooler, take a look at this new contraption. It's called the Prison Cooler. I love it. It's a motorized scooter big enough to haul a case of beer, 8 pounds of ice, and a beer-bellied biker. It's made its debut at the annual biker rally in Sturgis Falls, South Dakota. We all know about that thing. It sells for between $350 and $500, and I think it's cool.
God.
I gotta fly with my junk out.
She should be doing the news on her knees, like with a mic, like headset on, while she's scrubbing a toilet.
Please. This is. We're not making this up. This is what they're doing. It's a huge story as far as terrorism goes, and it affects all of us.
Right.
And they're talking about a cooler.
There are people that are probably getting dressed, getting their bags by the front door, maybe turning on the news. Want to hear about this, how it's going to affect them at the airport. Figure you turn on your news, and what do you get? Here's a cooler with wheels on it.
And in all fairness, that's like a human interest story. We know that.
Of course.
But when there's a big news story, they usually drop out the human interest stories. That's the point I'm making here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then that was like a minute and a half piece. They could have done another minute and a half on the terrorist plot.
Terrorist plot, World War III, the beginning of World War III. In the Middle East.
There's World War III happening. And
there's
then
all kinds of stuff.
And or give us an update on Stephen Hawkins and how he said Earth is doomed.
Earth is doomed. Earth is doomed.
Where was the update on that?
No update.
I want to know more about Earth is doomed. I don't want it to be just a headline one day and it goes away like a Britney Spears headline.
We get the stupid weatherman who can't improv. Oh, he had a good one this morning. Oh, they were talking about the hurricane.
Mike Wood?
Hurricanes, yeah, and how the Sharks could predict hurricanes and help us predict the weather. And the woman reporter brought it up, and he was like, well, you know, I don't have, I haven't heard about that one yet. And just completely lost track of what he's got.
Oh, we gotta get that.
He had nothing.
He's on the news, and he talks like a witness who was just caught lying.
Right, yeah.
He stammers like a guy who has just been called out.
You know what's sad?
Zero improv skills.
Before our dumb radio show, he was no one was noticing.
No.
How awful he is at improving, and we had to point it out to everybody.
Oh, he is the worst.
They're going to get in the back room, so we'll get that on the radio. Adam in Yonkers, what's up?
Hey, good morning, boys.
Good morning.
How you doing? I was remembering listening to one of Jim Norton's jokes a few years ago. He basically said anyone with more than one hyphen in their last name shouldn't be allowed to fly.
That was after. It's funny. It was after, and I wrote that dumb joke after Richard Reed, who had no hyphen in his name, was arrested for attempting to attack an American Airlines flight. But it was just, you could look at the guy and know he's a problem. But you know,
of course.
And even he bought the ticket and can't. We're just dummies, and they know we're dumb. We're too frightened to be honest about it. It's like, look, sorry guys, but
are we more afraid of offending a group of people or plummeting from 35,000 feet to your death? What are you more afraid of? Excuse me, I think that's easy.
If you're looking, like, say you get a plot that the Crips and the Bloods are going to cause a problem somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Are you arresting Asian guys or white guys or 50-year-old? No.
Yes, you would be in this country because we don't want to offend.
Nation of dumb
they get through to do whatever they want because we'd be looking in the wrong places because we're not looking where we're supposed to be looking. Young to middle-aged Arab Muslim men.
With that, let's go to Ryan in New Hampshire. Ryan.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Hey, I was on a flight coming back from Dallas. I think it was about December of '01, and standing in line at the gate, and these 5 Middle Eastern guys come running up to the gate, and like they were late for the plane, and they all got yanked out of line. And 2 of them started just screaming and yelling, "Oh, this is racial profiling! This is racial profiling! This is ridiculous!" And they pulled them all off to the side. Well, we all got on the plane. One guy got on the plane, looked at the crowd. The plane went dead quiet, and he turned around and got off the plane. Another guy, he sat down in the back. He was being watched the whole time, and another guy sat in the front, and the other 2 guys that were doing all the yelling, they didn't even let him on.
You know, they could have been just guys that were late for the plane. Probably were
guys late.
But you know something? They're going to be looked at like that because that's who fits the bill. Sorry, that's how it goes.
You have to be pissed off at the people doing it. If there was constant terrorism being committed by white, pale men with crew cuts and tiny genitals, I wouldn't be angry if I got talked to every time I was at the airport.
You'd be the guy they'd pull aside.
I normally do anyway because I just look creepy.
Is that what it is?
Come here, reptile neck.
You're not the profile.
Every time we fly, Jimmy gets pulled out of line.
I really do.
I've seen it every time. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Every time. Let's go to Juice
Waste the time.
in New Jersey. Juice.
Good morning, boys. How are you?
We're good today, man. What's up?
Good. Want you guys to start a movement. A common practice in business is to use the term trending. You know, don't profile them. Just go with a trend.
Trending. I like that, yeah.
Use that term. All right, boys. Have a good day.
All right. Why don't we take our first break? We're just getting started. We got lots to do today. Robin Williams in rehab. Supposedly the guy was clean and sober for 20 years and then just started drinking out of the blue.
Something happened.
And now
you
he's
don't
in
just start
rehab
drinking out of the blue after 20 years.
Rehab for alcohol. We got an update on fixtheedge.com.
Pest Twin. The Pest Twin.
We'll get into that next. We'll talk about Chicago. They gave us some nice Chicago Bulls jerseys today.
They certainly did.
And they're getting a little wacky.
Oh, hold on.
No. We're on a great station up there in Chicago, WCKG, but they're getting a little wacky on us.
Yeah, this is for you, Chicago, because of what you sent us. A wacky morning show horn blast.
And they seem really cool up there. So
yeah, they do.
They're still getting to know us, I guess. We don't do the wacky radio stuff. We'll explain in a few minutes.
Yeah.
We're on a lot of commercial radio stations. Maybe we'll do a little update on what's going on in some of these some of these cities.
Yeah.
Do we have a Mantown update? What's going on in Philly? What's going on in Grand Rapids?
Ooh.
Or Columbus, Ohio?
What's going on with the 33 in Buffalo? I hear there's a closure on the on-ramp. Right? There's a construction closure on the on. God damn, I hate that. It makes the commute, guys, in Buffalo. Wow, you know what I'm talking about, right? Doesn't it make your commute a bitch, that 33? I mean, when are they going to be done with this on-ramp already?
It's half as bad as the 66.
Nah, just half.
All right, we got lots.
There we go.
We'll take our first break. It's the O&A virus spreading across America.
I got the cheddar. I could pay the rent.
4, 3, 2.
Frank.
Hey, a black guy. Ooh, fun.
Call me Daddy.
I'm your cheddar man.
Frank. Hope you like crap.
Opie and Anthony.
Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
That's right, it's the Opie and Anthony Show. A very busy morning. Terrorists! It's all about the terrorists today.
Terror alert. Where it's red.
We're taking it very seriously, and we're a comedy show. I got another example If you're just waking up, they were trying to blow up some planes in midair between London and the United States.
There was a plot. They're not telling us how far along they were with this plot, but they arrested a bunch of people over there. The plot had serious Al-Qaeda connections. Terrorists planned simultaneous attacks on the planes, up to 9 planes at the same time being blown up with bombs carried on in their carry-on luggage.
Can I ask why the terrorists, why did they go to 9 planes? If you're going to do it, why not just go with 10? Or why would you go with 9?
A nice even number?
Yeah.
They figured it would confuse everybody.
They didn't have the 10th guy.
9? I didn't see that coming. I would have thought 10.
9.
Yeah, that's just everything you're doing is in 10. It's very metric.
They don't want to be metric. They want to trick us, because they are metric over there.
Yeah.
So they want to think out of the box.
8.7 planes.
So the point we're making, though, we're taking it seriously. CNN is taking it seriously. Fox News Channel taking it very seriously. Local news in New York, and I'm sure this is happening in your city as well.
Business as usual.
Business as usual. You were talking about the shark hurricane thing?
Yes.
This is exactly what Anthony was talking about a few minutes ago.
Still ahead on Good Day Wake Up, a cigarette smuggling ring busted. Where the rest of the money went and why cops say there could be a terror connection. So Josh has nothing on these underwater meteorologists, how these sharks could keep you from, safe from a hurricane. I didn't know that they could get their meteorological degree, sharks.
Yeah, well, I didn't either, but I guess we're about to find out. Interesting stuff.
I didn't know either.
And that's
why
the guy.
Are you talking to me?
His name's Mike Wood, I think, and he stinks at improving.
They take him by surprise. I almost think it's a plot.
Every time.
I think it's a plot by the rest of the news.
Do you think he's sitting there going, I thought you were going to ask me about this other thing?
I have this queued up. Why are you asking me about the shark thing?
Every time he talks, he looks like he's talking to a husband who has just walked in and found him banging the guy's wife.
We're friends at work.
Whoa.
We met at work.
Dropped my contacts, I guess.
This dope has one job. Tell us how warm it's going to be and if we need an umbrella. And he also knows the story leading into what he's going to do. So he has a good 20 minutes to figure out one lousy line he could spew on TV.
He knows how to pop the graphic up and then read that it's going to be 80 degrees and partly sunny today.
Right. And here's the shark story. Because this is much more important than terrorists blowing up planes today.
Of course it is.
So, Mikey, you got to listen to this one.
Okay.
Because your job could be effective here.
Oh,
Scientists have found a new way to tell if a big storm's brewing. You just send out the sharks. Who needs meteorologists? Researchers in Florida noticed that when storms blow in, the sharks, so they head out to sea. They say the sharks notice that change in barometric pressure.
Okay.
Scientists are attaching transmitters to the backs of the baby black-tip sharks, and when the sharks swim out of the bay, they say it sets off a signal, which means a hurricane could be on the way.
Okay, well, then.
So, you know what?
The day off.
Exactly. We'll just get a tank in here and have a shark swim around and tell us what the weather's going to be.
When they freak out, it's time to go.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
All right, so since we don't have a shark, you've still got a job. It's all good, baby. It's all good.
I know.
I'm revoking his blackness.
Well, that was revoked, yes.
I'm making a move. He has to paint himself white when he goes to work. Oh, my. Oh, okay.
Oh, well, thank goodness. How can you...
There's too many things wrong with that story, by the way. There's just too many things wrong with that whole clip. Him with the complete lack of ability to improv and talk like a human being.
You can't riff off a story like that?
No. The other thing...
And why isn't he saying this is completely ridiculous?
Is the story itself, right.
It's completely ridiculous.
Sharks might be able to tell that a hurricane's coming. How about the billions of dollars worth of satellites that take pictures of hurricanes days, weeks before they end up anywhere?
Or when she said, sharks can help with the weather, he should have said, shut up, bitch. No, they can't.
Hurricanes just show how stupid we are as human beings.
Yeah.
You know it's coming for 2 weeks, and you still don't get out of the way.
2 weeks. And believe me...
It's not a tornado. It comes down, surprise the hell out of you and your family.
Yeah, those things just pop out of the air.
A hurricane is coming at you for 2 straight weeks.
Now, I understand for a lot of the 2 weeks, it's kind of whipping around. You're not quite sure where it's going. But
you know within 100 miles.
Yeah, you have a pretty good idea within 100 miles each way where it's going to hit. And these idiots are surprised. Well, I just didn't see it coming. You didn't?
You did.
Do you own a TV? Did you see that big white thing
coming your way.
I have a hard time feeling sorry for the people that decide to stay behind.
I know. Stop.
Some people, a very, very small percentage of people have no choice. Very small percentage.
Who?
The rest could get out.
I don't think anyone is in the position where they don't have a choice. Just get out.
Just get out. All right.
Elderly.
We got lots to do. Let's move on for now. We got FixTheEdge.com, the pest, the One pest. And for the new listeners, you'll learn about the pest in time. But it came to our attention that some ass in Buffalo. Good morning, Buffalo, by the way.
Morning, Buffalo.
See, this is how our show works. We're now paying a lot of attention to Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
We were paying a lot of attention to Chicago last week. This is what we do. We don't just do a syndicated radio show. We pay very close attention to the markets we're in.
Tucson. Hi, Tucson.
New London, Connecticut.
New London, hey.
We haven't forgotten you. We just ignore the stations that have us in delay. Let's be honest.
What do you say, Rochester?
Hey, they're in delay.
I know.
No.
Can't acknowledge that.
To throw them a bone. They're going to be big numbers grabber for us.
So this ass didn't like the changes at The Edge, the station we're on in Buffalo.
Yep.
Shred and Reagan did mornings for many, many years. And, of course, people aren't going to like change. We can't compete against a show right out of the box that's been on the air for many, many years.
No.
You know, because they have, about 10 years in the market doing mornings, maybe a little more. We have about a week.
Yeah.
So all we ask is you give us a shot. But right off the bat, this is not what I'm used to.
This isn't working. So I'm going to go on this website. This is what this guy did.
Right.
I'm going to go on this website and word it in a way that makes me sound like I represent everyone in Western New York.
We have a fan base in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
We would like a bigger fan base in Buffalo.
Yeah. We were there.
And that's our goal.
We tore that place up.
That's right.
We know. And this guy words it like we in in Western New York, do not like these changes. Oh, who's this we? You're one guy, you put up a website, you're a fan of Shred and Reagan, that's fine. But then he's bashing us.
Right.
And saying that, we are a show that, pretty much sucks and we're not going to do well and reconsider your decision to do this.
Your blunder.
And he's got every right to do that, and we have every right to counter it.
With our pests.
With the pests who will just, are they the awful, despicable dregs of society are the pests of this program.
I was howling reading those posts yesterday, and the names.
Some of the funniest stuff comes out of those idiots' brains.
The guy probably clicked on it and went, 600 hits. Wow, it's really picking up steam.
This is working.
Making some headway. It started out, he had he just broke the 100 post mark on his petition. He's going to get this petition signed and send it off to Citadel Broadcasting and really make a statement. Well, most of them were pests already. But then when we announced it, it went to thousands of posts, and it was all pests.
And just really, really funny stuff.
Using obscure lines from the show, using names that we used years ago in some bit.
Pat Barringer says.
Barringer turned up from the Mondo topless tape.
Old Gravy Leg had to chime in.
The art of the pest.
Yeah. And just
it is an art form to be a pest. The art of the pest.
Ridiculous comments. Were all inside jokes, lines from movies, lines from Full Metal Jacket and The Shining.
Doing mornings. No, their health doesn't allow it. What?
By the way, just to go off on a quick tangent, we almost blew up our careers yesterday. We had a guy shoot a gun live on our show on Pal Talk after we left you yesterday when we continued on XM. It got a little ugly.
Yeah.
He was pointing guns at the camera that we were watching him on.
Pal Talk camera. He was pointing his .45 at it.
It got a little nerve-wracking yesterday on the second half of the show.
It was fun.
Anyway, FixTheEdge.com is no more.
Yeah. Well, they seem to have changed his tune after the pest got his name, his name, address, phone number, the name, address, and phone number of the person and company that runs the actual site that he was just kind of borrowing a little piece of, like a friend had said, okay, you could use a piece of my site. And this guy had some kind of business on it, kind of pop-up banner business. And the pest put a stop to it so quickly by getting all this information and using it like they do. in a pest-like fashion.
This local guy named Don, no, it isn't me, who is a big fan of Shred and Reagan, who is publicly asking management of The Edge to put Shred and Reagan back on in the morning by using an online petition, has taken down the petition following a request by management of The Edge, Citadel, which is The Edge's parent company. Basically, The Edge didn't like the fact that there was tension being caused between the fans of their AM Drive and PM Drive shows. Opie and Anthony fans are loving every minute of this. Shred and Reagan probably got their asses chewed out for not even doing anything. Gotta love corporate radio, obsessed fans, and the internet. All three make our world a very interesting and entertaining place to live. And then there's an update. Shred and Reagan addressed the issue of the FixTheEdge.com issue. Tom Reagan said, and I quote, "There's no war between us and O&A. Shred and Reagan thought the petition was funny. They love the listener support, but don't want a battle between the fans of Shred and Reagan and Opie and Anthony." Shred and Reagan also talked about how O&A discussed the online petition during their show this morning. Evil Jim, Shred and Reagan producer, said there is nothing bad going on between the two shows. Reagan summarized it as a misunderstanding, and Shred said he wants to talk to Opie since the two of them used to work together on the Fox back in the day. He also said Opie changed his phone number, and Shred doesn't have the new number. Shred, you know that's not true. My cell phone is the same, buddy. I don't know. What does it say here? All right. I don't know. Silly radio stunt to get people to listen to both shows, or is it just passionate fans who have taken things to another level? And then there's the statement by Dan.
Now, this was what he had changed. His original website. Oh, I got this one. That's actually on the website now.
Is that the one I just read? God, he keeps updating. How does yours start?
That 103.3 The Edge and Fupons.com.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I think that's the one.
Yeah, this guy Dan had posted this website and bashed us and said that we shouldn't be on the air and asked for our removal and everything. Well, the pest got to him, and now this is in place of that last statement that bashed us. Buffalo area listeners, 103.3 The Edge and Fupons.com have requested the removal of this petition. Yeah, how about the pests? I would like to thank those who showed their great Western New York spirit in signing the petition. Dude, you had about 50 people that signed that petition.
There was 181 when it was brought to our attention, but Anthony's still right, because, yeah, a lot of them were our fans.
And then all the rest of them,
after that point
were pests.
Were our guys.
However, it was never my intention to cause such a division between the Edge listeners. You didn't. Fupons.com, the host of this page, spoke with the Edge and came to the conclusion that my page was doing more harm than good to the team at the Edge. Shred and Reagan and Opie and Anthony are friends outside the radio waves and do not desire to have their listeners against each other. My simple wish was to get the Buffalo community to rally together to support a local radio team that has been with us for over a decade. So support them. So you do? Now support them.
Support them. They got some great opportunities ahead of them.
Right.
This is a good move for them, too. You just don't know that yet.
I would like to formally apologize to Shred and Reagan, The Edge, and O&A, and Fupons.com for any problems this petition has caused. Best of luck to Shred and Reagan. Thank you, Dan.
And I say thank you to the O&A pests.
Of course. No listeners like them.
They're the Luca Brasi of radio.
Oh, aren't they?
Yeah.
Just carry out orders. Don't care what the consequences are.
They have no consequences.
Most listeners under certain situations of normal radio shows would cower when the pests step it up another notch. When they call radio shows and the radio show goes, "We have caller ID here. Here's your number," and they recite the pest's number, the pests give them something back like, "Okay, good. Call me tonight when I'm effing your mother." Like they don't care that they have your phone number, the address, pictures of them. They don't care. They'll send them pictures naked, fully, ready to rock. They're awful with no conscience. They're like the Terminator. You can't reason with them.
And there's other fans that don't like the pest, but it's like when you read these posts, how can you not laugh reading this stuff?
Yeah.
It's funny, man.
It's
how
just
can you
really
not
funny.
Howl?
Yeah, you got to get involved. Go to opieandanthony.com and join one of our fine fan sites. One of the websites, it's all about the O&A pest. All the links are up there on opieandanthony.com. In other syndicated radio news, we do pay attention to, like I said, to the cities we're on in. We really do. And if anyone else has an update from their city that we're broadcasting in, please give us a call now, or if Karen Buck or anyone from YSP in Philly, if they have an update, the time is now, or send us an email, all right? But I got to hand out the jerseys.
Oh, boy.
Here you go, Anthony.
All right.
Throwing it to you. This will make sense in a second. We're on WCKG in Chicago.
Thank you.
We're so psyched to be back on WCKG. We're starting to make some headway in Chicago, and then we got kicked off the air, so we got another shot to make it happen in Chicago. They're very excited to have us. So today we all have Chicago Bulls jerseys.
Thank you.
Yes.
Now, our names are on the back of the jerseys.
Of course they are.
We all have numbers.
Yes.
And I thought they were just numbers, but Anthony figured out the puzzle.
No, I didn't. I got to give the credit to
who?
Than or
one of our guys behind the scenes
for reading the note that was in with the shirts that said that they did it like this.
Well, my number's 10, and Anthony's is 5, and Jimmy's is 9.
Right.
I'm number 9.
Doesn't mean anything, right?
No, just a number.
Till you put them together. 10.
CKG's trying to get wacky.
59.
We might have to slap them around a little bit.
And they requested that we put these on and take a picture
and stand
with them on.
In line.
So what they are going to get is 9,105 because I will not stand in the wackiness.
They want us to be in line so it matches the call, the number of the station.
I figured out how we're going to do this.
All right.
Maybe we don't take the pictures. Maybe we hang on 3 different urinals. We hang these up, and you take the photos in the proper order. We're not doing that. What are we going to do? 105, there's supposed to be a period between the 5 and the 9. So quick, search the building for the right gal.
Get little Molly.
Wait, do we have 3 urinals?
Yeah, in the big room.
Is there 3 or there's only 2 there? We'll do this at XM because there's 3 urinals over there. They get a picture of us taking leaks, and we'll line up that way.
That's right. And I'll have my pants all the way down to my ankles.
All right, we'll have a picture. We'll throw it up on the website. But thank you, WCKG.
Thank you.
But please stop with the wackiness. It doesn't work with our show.
Oh, Jim.
We hate wacky radio.
When I play
But I like the jersey.
Jim made a basket. He passes to Jim. Jim.
All right, before we go to break, on the second half of the Opie and Anthony show, we're trying to get Than to play the piano. We found out that the guy is really, really good at the piano. A pianist, if you will. A virtuoso.
A queer in some circles.
And Danny brought in the worst keyboard possible, like one of those dumb Casios, so it doesn't have enough keys. And Than panicked on us, and he kind of played something. You're going to bring in your keyboard, though, right?
You don't have it today?
I have it today.
All right.
You do have it today?
Yeah. It was hanging out. It wouldn't fit in the cab. It was hanging out, and he had to use one of those rubber snakes to keep it.
Can we plug it in here?
Yes, we can. That's a yes.
That's a yes.
Yeah, they could do anything.
That's a yes.
Believe me.
It's over there right now.
And Dave from New Jersey came up with this, because who knew that Than was playing piano for many, many years? Many years. Came up with this little ditty.
Beth,
I just wrecked the punchline.
Oh, no.
I just wrecked the punchline.
Oh, God, I stink. How'd you wreck the punchline? I hear what it was.
Oh! Because then you went on the Casio.
That's all right. I'm good. I mean, that's what I do. I
want to go to break with us. Anyway, all right, we'll play the Dave from New Jersey parody thing in a minute here.
By the way, I want Steve singing, too, at one point. Steve was in a band, and I want him to tell something. I think Than and Steve should put a little band together.
All right, anyway, we'll bring it back to this point. Now it sucks. It doesn't suck, though. I shouldn't say that because it was really funny yesterday. So Than played a little bit, and then Jimmy decided to try out the keyboard.
Yes, he did.
And we were talking about Kiss and
Rusty
and whether they should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or not. So Jimmy thought it would be a perfect opportunity to play Beth by Kiss.
Hope Gene doesn't sue me for this.
On the keyboard.
Should shoot you for this.
Here's a taste.
Beth, I hear you calling, but I can't come home right now. 'Cause me and the boys are doing some radio, and I can't find the sound.
Thank you.
That's it.
I tied in with the radio, so people
certainly did.
I want them to think they were actually listening to the song.
All right, it's the O&A virus spreading across America. We'll continue. What happened to the potatoes?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
From O&A Pictures,
You always like potatoes. That's not new.
a horrifying story
Did he forget the potatoes?
of a man
I need the potatoes.
without potatoes.
Danny, you forget the potatoes?
It won't happen again. I can promise you that.
How far will one man go
Well, I'm going to have to wait for the potatoes.
for potatoes? The Potato Diva.
My potatoes are here.
Come here. Open your mouth. Eat.
Eat your potatoes, Pookie.
That's the way to do it.
You say potato. He says potato.
That's a big thing of potatoes, Danny.
Everything's delicious. The Potato Diva.
I need the potatoes.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
I want potatoes, and I want eggs, and I want hot sauce.
God, you've gotten fat.
Opie and Anthony. The Opie and Anthony Show.
We're rocking this morning. Very busy morning on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hey, Buffalo, don't forget a couple of trouble spots. It's Fair Preview Day. You'll find heavier than normal traffic in areas around the fairgrounds. Keep in mind, Southwestern Boulevard at Camp Road is under construction, as well as the road work on Southwestern between South Park and Amsdale Road. Use McKinley Parkway, Clark Street, or Quimby. Just trying to keep it local for Buffalo. That's what Dan was saying. Ass.
Let's get an update from Pittsburgh. Mike, what's up?
What's up, boys? How you doing?
Mike's going to talk for all of Pittsburgh today. Yes,
All
Mike.
right.
Yeah, the radio market.
You got to speak up, sweetie. You got to speak up. Your phone stinks.
Sorry. You heard already that the Alan Cox radio show has gotten pulled off already?
Who's Alan Cox?
You're kidding.
He was on the competitive rock channel in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
All right.
And WDVE, they have the staple in Pittsburgh with their morning show.
Yeah, I know all about them. We'll take them out.
They refuse to even acknowledge the fact that you're on the radio.
Of course.
Yeah, they don't want to.
Of course.
They don't want to deal with the pest.
We're paying attention to what's going on in Pittsburgh. Trust me.
Yeah, I love the show, guys. Keep up the good work.
We're still building our army in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
We don't like to call it an army. We're still building the pest support in Pittsburgh. And we'll have some fun in the near future, my friend. Thank you, Mike.
All right, guys, have a good one.
We are paying very close attention to Pittsburgh. It seems like the show is catching on very nicely, and we're very happy about that.
I have a date there. I don't know. It's not for a while, though. I think it's like to September or something like that. But hopefully get a good indication of whether people are listening out there.
Oh, maybe we could all go down. That would be kind of cool. Well, the big story is this terrorist plot that I guess isn't going to happen, thank God, but they were going to blow up some planes between London and here, somewhere in the sky.
Yeah.
And it's a big story. Everyone's covering it like crazy, except for local news.
No.
Except for local news.
Local news still keeping with the usual. What you see every morning. The stupid little human interest stories. Because they know you get the hard-hitting news, you're going to go to one of the big, CNN or Fox News Network.
So we're calling them out today. Instead of talking about this whole terrorist plot or the terror plot, they're doing stories like this one here in New York City, locally on ABC.
Some people will do anything to make a name for themselves.
You cream puff?
Face full of cream puffs. Contestants in Wisconsin had to see how much they could eat in 3 minutes without using their hands. The winner was Allie Faith, who polished off a 2-pound pastry. This is the second year in a row that Miss Faith has won.
How long did it take?
Well, she must have done it within 3 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
It's a cream puff eating contest.
A cream puff eating contest. That's what we need.
You dope.
That's what we need.
And you guys think you're important. You guys stink.
21 people are in custody.
Right, I can almost...
Bomb threats.
I can almost understand on a slow news day. Almost. Although I always thought it was just a waste of TV when they did these human interest stories.
Yeah.
But a day like today, come on, why don't you give us a little something?
They used to
a little something more.
They used to actually get me with those, with the teaser for the little human interest story, and stick around for the story about the little pandas or something. I'm like, oh, okay, I will. Now I'm like, no, I know what you're trying to do.
And if you think it's just ABC locally here in New York, Fox locally is just having a field day.
Yeah.
We already did the shark hurricane story.
Mm-hmm.
They're also doing this story today instead of talking about the terror plot.
So one woman is putting the heat that we've had recently to good use when temperatures hit 95 degrees in Benton, Arkansas. Nicolette Rudman turns her car into an oven. She put some cookie dough on a tray, left it on the dashboard of her car. 5 hours later, she had great cookies and the smell of fresh baked like chocolate chippers for the ride home. Not bad. Not bad. Not a bad idea. I like that.
A woman.
We can't fly today. And they're talking about an old bitch
baking cookies on her dashboard. Using her car as an oven.
How funny is this?
It's just irrelevant idiots.
Oh, and now we got the WB-11. They're all doing it.
Yeah.
You pretty much have to fly naked today.
Yeah, that's
after many hours of delays.
We're getting right to the point where you want to fly, take your clothes off, leave all your luggage at home. Go somewhere where you could be naked.
But screw giving us any info on the terrorists. We're getting stories like this. WB-11 here in New York.
Well, there's a new girl in town, and she's made herself right at home on Sesame Street. Hey, everybody, meet Abby Cadabby. She is the first new character in 13 years and one of the only female leads in nearly 40 years.
Wow.
Described as a 3-year-old fairy in training, she speaks in rhyme.
Wow.
And
she runs Fountain of Music?
A magic wand. She is just learning to fly, so she levitates sometimes when she gets excited. Her catchphrase, that's so magic. You did that. You like that? Yeah.
It's like Harry Potter coming to Sesame Street almost.
Yeah. Abby Cadabby. Very cute.
What? And, of course, more bad improv.
Was that him? Was that the guy? Or no, Mike Wood?
No. This is another station.
So. It might as well be, though.
There you go. That's what local news is doing today.
Abby Cadabby?
Abby Cadabby.
Isn't that a terrorist that was arrested for some Libyan bomb plot back in the 80s? I am Abby Cadabby. Hate the Jews. Abby Cadabby. Oh. The first female Muppet character introduced, and who cares? Oscar should punch her in the eye for not cleaning up his garbage pail.
Give her a good snuffle up against teabag and straighten her right out.
We interrupted
Ta-da.
the ozone midget sighting of the day.
Who saw this coming? Sam in California, what's up?
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey.
Yeah, I got a midget sighting.
Yeah, what happened?
It was a burn victim midget, of all things. Half of its face was gone. It's like, the half pink burn victim kind of face. It was in Albertsons pushing a shopping cart, but it wasn't the regular shopping carts. It was a kid's shopping cart.
Poor little fella. Probably fell asleep. He was making something in his Susie Bake oven, and his cheek hit it.
Landed on that light bulb that cooks that little dime-sized cake.
Little fat legs couldn't get him up fast enough.
All right, thanks, boys.
Poor
Love you, Jim.
Fella. Thanks, mister.
Meanwhile, back at the show.
That's just a stupid Sesame Street character.
That would be a great one. Half a burn-faced midget. He clears the room like magic. He walks in, everybody just leaves.
Did his fingers plump when he cooked them?
He tried to get up, but the only thing with any structure is his palm, and it just couldn't push him up. His fingers dangled uselessly.
By the way, an update on the instant feedback. Hoo-hoo Higgy from the Jersey Shore. No, Anthony. Abby Cadabby is the name of Arnold Schwarzenegger's next character.
I'm Abby Cadabby. Dana.
Very good. Lisa in the Bronx. Got to bring it back to this. Yes, Lisa.
How you doing, guys?
Pretty good.
Wasn't Abby Cadabby on the topless?
The art of the topless.
The incredible Abby Cadabby. I defy you to listen to Abby Cadabby as she dances around with her magical breasts.
I love you guys.
We love
Lisa.
you.
Very good. Yeah, we got to keep the art of the topless alive for a while. Mondo topless, yes. Adam the Trucker, what's up?
You guys have ruined my life.
Why? What happened?
Oh, no.
Well, I can't watch news without listening to your commentary. I can't watch reality shows I talked to my girlfriend, and I said, well, O&A said, and she's getting sick of listening to me.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I talk, and people go, I'm sick of listening to you.
All right, punch it out.
All right, thank you,
sir.
He's infected by the good old virus. Also from Hoo Hoo Higgy.
Am I half asleep in this Boston picture? My eyes are shut.
This was the photo shoot in Harlem, right?
Yeah.
That's you, Ant?
That's you? Like I'm half asleep.
You look like the renegade cop from Hill Street Blues.
Totoro?
I know, the guy who was always
he looks like he could be related to the Totoros.
Yeah, he does.
Exactly. I forgot their names, though. Nick and
John.
And John, of course, yeah.
Quiz show.
Yeah, you look like John.
I definitely look like I belong up in Harlem.
Can we link this to opieandanthony.com? And whoever gave me a printout, can they give me the whole printout? It ends in the middle of this question over here. Now we're distracted. We're in the Boston paper today.
Yeah, how are you supposed to read this when it breaks off after Opie's answer to, has it been hard to have not having any rules to break? Man.
All right,
no rules to break, man. Like we go into XM and just start lopping heads off and screwing women against their will.
Let's say hi to Jared in Boston. Jared.
Phone calls from management saying we can't and get rid of any video that shows that we did.
That never happened.
Of course it didn't.
Jared, what's up?
Hi, Mom. Abby Kadabi, is that chick with the double hatchet wounds?
No, that's not Abby Kadabi.
We had fun with the lady with two vages yesterday. Your phone is echoing there, Jared. We got to say goodbye to you.
I'm Abby Kadabi.
What happened?
Nothing. Although I just saw a CD walked in called Foundry, and there's a picture of Steve when he was with the band. His music is here.
You got...
oh, wow.
Show the picture, please.
Now, his band's name was Foundry, hence Foundry Music...
.com for his website.
.com. Let me see. Oh, my God.
And you were the lead singer?
Yeah. Oh, my God. You should have been doing Paradise by the Dashboard Light, you meatloaf-looking ass.
I know.
Does he have long hair?
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is classic.
You got to post this on opieandanthony.com.
Dude, that is the perfect 80s type.
Holy crap!
That is the typical band photo. We all got to look cool, man, and put our glasses on.
Oh my God! You look like what's his name? Big guy with the hat and the glasses. Had like one hit. Run Around. Blues Traveler. Yeah.
Blues Traveler.
You look like you could be in Blues Traveler.
Are there more pictures of you in the jacket, or is it just the one picture?
There's more.
Everyone was so hung up on looking cool in their pictures. On their there are 8 million CDs with that same picture on it.
Yeah, I was in it was the Boston music scene, and everybody had to go out to a rock quarry.
Well, let me tell you, a rock quarry, and put sunglasses on. Yep. You know what I did when I was in my my band Rotgut?
Oh, no.
We put ourselves in old school blackface, like old. What did they call that? Minstrel show blackface.
Oh, I was going to say funny.
Called the record Live at the Apollo, and just had us superimposed in front of the Apollo 11 rocket in blackface. It's the most offensive record cover ever. Because the last thing we wanted to do was do another one of those stupid, let's try to look cool, where the drummer's holding his sticks and a cross in one hand.
Whoa.
Guitar player's got to look cool, holding his guitar. Oh,
everything cliche.
Every band has that. The singer's like making a fist, kind of leaning it on an arm, holding a mic. Wow, these guys are cool.
And the lead singer, or one of the guys in this, has his hands in his pockets. You know how you put your hands in your pockets when you're just moping around?
Yeah.
Like the 2 fingers in the pocket with the 2 fingers sticking out of it. Like
right. You know? You're just kind of hanging out.
Kind of mopey.
Just way too cool for the room, and you're not.
All right, get that up on opieandanthony.com.
Scan it.
We got to get yours back up there as well, Anthony. Your cover art. All right, Hoo Hoo Higgy, please tell me you guys will be going over the drunk Britney Spears video on Break.com. Yeah, we got some of that audio. We should take a listen. I hear this is pretty crazy. I was on YouTube.com last night,
Someone's saying you look like Chris Farley from Wayne's World 2. Oh, gee. You were a big guy, man.
Yeah. You have a John
if you lost
thing
weight
going on, too, man.
It's ZZ Fat.
No, actually,
comments are coming in.
Comments are coming in, and they
a different meaning.
Yeah, he's ZZ Bottom.
I was really hoping not to relive this part of my life, and I have to be careful what I say to Jimmy when we're on the road trips, because this was a conversation we had when we were out buying shoes in Boston.
Yeah.
See?
I just came up, and I actually asked someone for paper to write it down.
Yeah, so when two men are shoe shopping, ooh, perish the thought something comes out like this.
Told him about the outfits I used to wear on stage, too. And
some of that stuff is some of the greatest moments on the Opie and Anthony show, when you're just walking around with a show member and they feel like they're just sharing, and all of a sudden the person that is listening goes, "Get me a pen immediately.
Get me a knife and a pen." The knife goes in your back.
It happened.
And the pen writes down what you just said.
It happened to me when I was watching Jimmy at the Montreal Comedy Festival.
Yeah.
And they had this weird show where you had to tell stories and make them funny. Like, they have all these crazy themes when you go up there. It's not just straightforward comedy. You know, They do special shows. And there's Jimmy, comedian after comedian, just telling horrific stories. That chick who was really funny, talking about giving oral to, like, a really old man because he was desperate.
Ooh.
She's really funny.
Was she have black hair? She's quirky.
She's kind of
fat,
big boned, really edgy. She didn't make Last Comic Standing, which I was amazed by, because she's really, really funny and she knows how to tell a story. I forgot her name. Would love to give her a plug. And then Jimmy goes up there and casually does his Monster Range story. And I went to the waitress, "Can I borrow your pen, please?"
Yeah, I need a pen.
And I didn't even write that one on a napkin. It was right on my palm, and I was like making sure it was dark and it wasn't going anywhere anytime soon. And then got back to my hotel room and wrote the whole thing out. And I said to myself, someday we'll be back on the radio. Someday.
Wasn't that like July of 2003 or so? I was a weird, like, I was like, he'll forget. Like, you didn't want to remember that.
Yeah.
Now there's shirts and everything.
Day one, first break on the air back.
Oh, yeah. Jimmy, tell the Monster Range story. I'd rather not. Anyway, we could play the Britney Spears audio a little later in the show. We should take a break.
Alrighty.
We really should. I was saying I was on YouTube.com last night. The Opie and Anthony representation on there stinks.
Does it?
There's a guy out there. He's adding videos weekly, and I appreciate that. And
weekly, WEAK.
Well, yeah. I mean, some of the videos are definitely worth watching. But we have some legendary stuff that has to get up on YouTube, because YouTube is all the rage.
Blind boxing should be up there.
Our rape video's up there, and it's getting hit like crazy. And it's also on opieandanthony.com, because I guess if you go to YouTube, you got to register just to watch the rape video, because it's a little crazy.
Do they have dirty stuff up?
A little too edgy. I don't think they have dirty stuff, but when stuff starts leaning toward dirty, you got to sign up for YouTube.com to check it out. I don't think they're doing the actual porn stuff. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. But the rape video is up on opieandanthony.com, the one we did from the O&A traveling virus thing. But we got to get better representation on YouTube.com.
Yeah, get some of the old tapes up there.
We're getting there. I guess before we take a break, we could do a quick Robin Williams update. I'm sure you've heard by now, but just in case, here's the story.
Actor Robin Williams is seeking treatment for alcoholism. The 55-year-old comedian had been sober for 20 years, but
unfunny.
He found himself drinking again and wanted to deal with it. Williams stars in Man of the Year. The movie comes out in October. Also, his new film, The Night Listener, is now in theaters.
You know who I thought of when I heard this story in the gym yesterday?
Wow.
Little Jimmy Norton.
Why?
No, because I was thinking, like, Jimmy's been sober since 17, right?
No, 18.
18.
February of 18.
So about 17, 18 years or what have you, give or take, okay? Robin Williams clean for 20 years. You think he's got it beat?
Well, I think February will be 20 years for me. I mean,
20.
I think I'm 19 now. 87 to 06, yeah. February.
So if it could happen to him, you're thinking,
I was thinking we got to ask Jimmy about this, because I'm thinking you make it 20 years, stupid me. I'm thinking you got it kicked.
Yeah.
You got it kicked. I'm thinking after a few years you got it kicked.
All it takes
but
is
that's where I'm
thing,
just
maybe.
dumb.
Yeah, no, it's like, I feel bad for him, man. It's just like, I mean, I've only met him a couple of times, but he's always been really nice. So it's like, you hate to see a guy like that, put his face in the bowl.
Well, he was a legendary partier back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, he was there when Belushi did his thing, right?
Yeah, I think he was partying.
Apparently the last person to see him alive or something like that.
And then,
one of the last.
He's been sober for 20 years and he starts drinking again? How does that start, you think? Just a little wine at a wedding or something? I mean, how does it...
You stop doing what it was that got you to be sober for 20 years. Maybe you go to certain meetings. Maybe you belong to a 12-step group, and when you stop being active there, what do they say? Who forgets to remember, doomed to repeat? Well, that's what it is. Forget where you came from.
When you see people drinking, do you want to drink? No.
Normally reminds me of why I don't.
Oh,
I watch these people start off like having fun at 8 o'clock. Hey, oh, gossip. You know, and then 4 hours later, they're throwing up. I never liked blacks.
So true.
So it always reminds me of why I am not doing that anymore. When I watch great careers.
By the way, thank you for holding my head that night.
That's all right. Well, it was in my lap. I felt obligated.
The older I get, it's so much easier not to drink because of exactly what Jimmy just said. You see how silly it is around you.
Yeah. But it's hard not to not drink and be around that. Like if you go to a party or you're at a bar or an event or something and a lot of people are drinking and you're not, that's rough. Because then you just look and within a half an hour to an hour, everyone in the room is annoying to you. Because they're all buzzing or some of them are already hammered. So you're just like, get me out of here.
I'm around so many people that don't drink. Some just because they don't drink. Some who are really just sober. Almost everybody I know. I mean, you know, Voss and some other people who, you know, a lot of people I know are kind of clean. So, yeah, most people I know are not problem drinkers. So
Well,
it's a little bit easier because of that.
So there you go. There's Robin Williams in rehab for alcohol. Good luck, bro. Good luck.
Good luck, bro.
Thank you.
All right, we'll continue with the Opie and Anthony show. It's the ONA virus spreading across America.
Call the Opie and Anthony show right now. 866-313-FREE.
ONA, who's this?
It's Opie and Anthony!
What do you got for the show?
Nothing!
So why'd you call?
Salami!
If you have a point that's relevant to the topic at hand, call the Opie and Anthony show at 866-313-FREE.
Hello?
The Opie and Anthony show.
All right. Thanks for checking out the Opie and Anthony show today. We greatly appreciate it. The virus is slowly but surely growing across America, and we're very happy about that. Before we move on, a quick question. We were talking about Robin Williams, 20 years sober, and now he's drinking again, and now he's in rehab. And we asked Jimmy before the break, because Jimmy's been sober for a very long time. And someone pointed out that you drink on Lucky Louie. It's fake drinking, I know. But, of course, Jim Norton, one of the stars of Lucky Louie on HBO Sunday nights at 10:30. And from time to time, you guys are sitting around drinking beers and stuff. And someone wanted to know, you know, how does that make you feel? Is it weird?
Don't you think it gives a bad message to people that are watching? Maybe the children?
I'm actually hoping. I'm trying to get them to let me give Lucy some beer. I would love to have the kid drink it. The only stipulation I have, obviously, it's not real beer, and I won't even drink out of a real beer bottle that's been cleaned out. I just don't want to smell it. So they'll usually just put a label on another bottle that didn't have any type of alcohol from it. A lot of times, Louis like,
wow, so you really go out of your way. This
Prima
is,
donna.
This is interesting inside stuff.
I don't want to smell it. I don't want to smell it. I don't want to, you know, have a bottle. They'll a lot of times put it into a glass now for me because he doesn't care. Louis like, yeah, whatever, man. Don't worry. It's no big deal. Like it doesn't hurt.
I'm gonna look for that now.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That's a root beer bottle.
Yeah, I don't. I'm afraid I'll smell it in the bottle because you know your senses are still pretty acute.
Right. Yes.
Up to smell.
All right.
No problem.
Adorable, your senses.
They really
Not
are.
just acute.
Oh,
guys, let's say hi to Bob Kelly.
Bob Kelly. Hey, Bobby.
What's up, Bob?
Guys, how you doing?
Bob Kelly had an unbelievable set at the ONA Traveling Virus in Worcester at the DCU Center.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I want to acknowledge that. The papers acknowledge that. Congratulations, Bob.
Thanks, man. That was crazy, dude. I saw Deep Purple there.
Oh, really?
And then, I actually met the lead singer in that hotel.
Ian Gillan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was crazy, dude. That was
in his room?
You guys did it right, as they say in the business.
Yeah, we got rave reviews from all the fans, so we were very happy with the turnout. The turnout could have been better, but after only being back on in Boston less than 90 days, not too shabby.
I got an idea. You guys should film it and sell it to HBO.
Torgasm.
Hey, Bobby, I saw Bob last night as I left the cellar, and you were just standing on McDougal Street screaming into your cell phone.
Yeah, well, I'm cracking under the pressure. People.
You think?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm cracking under the pressure. I remember last year, it's like I had a gig here and there, and it was fun. And I prayed to be able to work every weekend and make some money. And now that I'm actually working every weekend, I just long for those days that I sit in my underwear and with an Xbox remote in my hand.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my God.
Good old days.
You just nailed it. With everything that's going on with us, with this show just exploding in front of our eyes, there's a little anxiety and panic, moving in.
Yeah, it's like,
we long for the days, too, where we could just do our stupid show and go home, but every day it's something we have to deal with.
I want the all the success. I want all the new stations. I want all the press. I want everything that comes with it. I just don't want to work any harder than I did years ago.
I just want to know that I could get it, like the auditions. Tell me you got the role, Robert. Hey, thank you, and give it to somebody else. I'm going home.
Dude, you want to talk about how much I suck? I auditioned for an Owen Wilson movie where I had like 3 or 4 lines in it. I'm on a show, and I didn't get the part. That's how awful I am. Like, they couldn't even find a little part for me in there, or the casting director that loves me, because I stink.
What'd you do with your hands?
I don't know. I should have put one on the back of my head and the other on a pistol and had the two meet.
Hey, Bob, I saw the last episode of Torgasm.
Yeah, you want some lip chap? You want some lip chap, Opie?
Well, what happened was, I guess you guys a year later did one last episode, right?
Yeah, we did.
HBO needed a little more from you guys, huh?
Yeah, we did. They had us film, I think it was a month and a half ago, or 2 months ago, to film one last episode out of California.
I can't even imagine doing what you guys did. They went up in the plains.
I was mad, man, because I broke my knee, my tooth, my hamstring, dude, and I told him, I go, dude, make sure it's nothing dangerous. And Dane actually was pissed too. He was like, make sure whatever it is, because he didn't want to know what it was.
Right.
So don't make it so nobody gets hurt. And we pull up, it's like, dude, fighter jets. It's not even like hurt. We could die, you moron.
Yeah, so they go up in these fighter jets and they're having
dogfights.
Dogfights.
Yeah, dogfights at 6,000 feet.
And you guys controlled the planes?
Yeah.
I didn't really get that. You guys were actually controlling the planes.
They got pilots.
Let's not get carried away. I actually met one of the pilots at the Palms Casino last month.
Right.
I was talking to him. You do fly. They do let go of the stick at 6,000 feet.
Right.
And he just goes, go left. So you just crank the stick left like a video game.
Yeah, you get in trouble, these guys can recover in like a second.
Yeah, they kind of, like, you're pulling 4 Gs, so you're just going, trying to keep the blood in your head.
It's my favorite sound ever.
I know.
The best part is they're talking to these guys before they go up in the air.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden Bob Kelly looks at the camera and goes, that's it? Now I'm flying? What, they ran through a few things for an hour and said, okay, you guys are ready to fly these things?
Yeah, these guys are really, they reference Top Gun, and they're really just hard-ons, and they really love what they do, and they love the guy told me to eat, this lunatic told me to eat ginger snaps.
Why?
Because I guess it helps you not puke, the ginger.
Oh, yeah?
But he kept
I love ginger snaps.
Did you eat it?
Of course he did. It's Bob Kelly.
Of ginger snaps.
There's a reason I asked that. I'm getting at something. He ate the ginger snaps because they said that would prevent him from puking.
Yeah.
When he landed, one of the funniest things I've seen in a while on TV, he gets out of his jet with 2 puke bags completely full to the top. Completely.
To the tippy top? Really? You were yakking in there?
Wow, was he yakking.
The guy told me he didn't know I had a food addiction, so I ate every ginger snap in the place. And then I was up at as soon as we did the first turn, I was like, I'm going to puke. And there's these little bags, and I just puked all over it. And it's so funny too. Dane puked, but apparently the video didn't make it.
Why?
Why? Because
Wouldn't
he's
look
good
cool.
looking and has fans. I'm fat and bald.
Wouldn't look cool.
Yeah, it's okay to show.
Wait a minute, you're filming a reality.
Did you puke?
He's going to be on our show soon. We're going to have to ask him about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Did you puke from nerves or from like motion sickness or from the G's? What was it?
I was literally upside down at 6,000 feet, and then you pull the stick back again, and you're going straight up to the moon, pulling like 4 or 5 G's, and I just couldn't handle it. I couldn't. You were weightless. It was when you came back down. These lunatics are going down, left, up. Hold on, and you're just doing it because you're a friggin', you're a cow.
You're a cow.
You're just a retard going, okay, and you just don't want to look like an ass on film. And as soon as you level out, you're not sick while you're doing it. As soon as you level out and you see the horizon,
yeah,
your whole head it's just on the ground. Everything's on the floor.
All right. Bob Kelly is goose. Silly. Yeah. Did you have a scene in the locker room where you were in your towel clenching your teeth at Maverick?
They had to go get, I think, one of the
Hold on, Bob. We're making fun of you here.
The regular pilot
What, Bob? What? We didn't hear you. What are you trying to say?
I said the regular pilot didn't hit me.
You were saying, Bob? Sorry, the Top Gun music's a little too loud. Let me pot this down a little bit.
I said that
yeah. Whatever, dude.
This could be the worst and best sound effects ever.
So the art of the puker.
It was the weightlessness that got your stomach and the disorientation with the horizon.
Oh yeah, it's really beautiful until at 6,000 feet, one of those little planes. Until you and literally, I just cranked the stick to the left.
Propeller or jet?
Propeller.
Oh.
Those little fast ones look like bees.
Wait, so you were at you were weightless?
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is the thing is that when you pull in G's, if you pull 4 G's, if you're 240, times that by 4.
Wow.
And when you reach like the peak, they do. What did he did he do an Immelman or something where he kicks the rudder over when you go straight up and then you stop.
Yo-yo.
You pretty much stop in midair. Oh, reverse yo-yo.
Yeah.
And you're weightless at that point. When you
Excuse me, for us dummies, what's a reverse yo-yo?
It's a maneuver to get behind somebody. You use a climb and then a roll.
And the fact that you know
and a
that,
twist
Anthony,
over.
The fact that you know that, you have a flight simulator game.
I've played a lot of video games. That's pretty much it. It's the only reason.
So you were weightless.
You didn't get out of your house to take.
No, my house never leaves the ground, Bob. I don't vomit. I'm eating and playing.
So the thing that upset your stomach actually made your feet, thank God.
That was a good one, Jimbo.
Certainly was, Jimmy.
Well, touche.
And I got a major problem here because I got your thing. You're at the Stress Factory tonight through Sunday, right?
Yeah, Stress Factory, Jersey.
Okay.
New Brunswick.
It's 732-545-HA-HA is the phone number. It's a revolting.
Great club, awful number.
Yeah. The bio, Bob. Who wrote this?
The bio for the club, for the show?
No, this is Boston native Robert Kelly.
That would be Matt Frost.
All right.
Is this on the Stress Factory website, or is that where it is? Okay, so go there and look at his picture. It looks like a John Leguizamo death mask.
Yes, wow.
It really does. Your eyes are shut. You're looking up.
Bob looks dreamy.
Dreamy.
It's like you're contemplating something. Like, should I model or should I...
Hold on. People are calling us out on some crap here. Bob said they did not show Dane Cook puking.
Right.
They did not show Dane Cook puking, but yes, they did show Dane with a puke bag that had something in it.
Well, this is the problem.
Because some asses like call me out. I thought you watched the show, Hope. I did. He left his plane with a little bag of puke saying, yeah, I had a problem up there too. But they were showing Bob Kelly puking his butt off.
Yeah, Dane's bag actually had a hole in it, which was pretty funny. So when he grabbed his bag, there was no bottom, so he just puked all over his little tight jumpsuit.
I hate people that call us out on stuff and they're not paying attention.
Did you get any kills there, Bob?
You know what? It's all, this is what I found out. That part of it, because you're really just going up and down and upside down, they're kind of controlling the speed. They kind of let each other, win. So they let Dane win. They pick who's going to win.
Oh, really? Yeah. It's like professional wrestling in the sky.
that photo on the site, actually, that's the site. That's the photo that when I got molested in the closet. That's the guy took that snapshot just before he did.
It certainly looks like it.
All right, so what's wrong with the bio there, Jimmy?
Well, comedy bios are always atrocious, and it starts off okay. Boston native Robert Kelly is a constant and popular presence in comedy clubs across the country. Now, I know, Bob, I'd kind of like to slap his face for that, but for a bio, it's acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh from performing and taping Tourgasm with Dane Cook, Robert is back in the clubs and colleges doing what he does best. And then there's a dash, making you laugh. Like the dramatic pause. It's almost like the double take. Where's Bob? He's doing what he does best.
What's that?
Making you laugh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Robert Kelly is...
Were there any other choice?
That and
vomiting.
Yeah, vomiting and eating food.
Wait, Robert Kelly is one of today's hottest young rising stars in the stand-up comedy scene. Apparently, in parentheses, they forgot to put hottest young rising stars who's 35.
Oh, jeez.
Do you want me to replace that with fattest, Jimmy? Would that make
No. I mean, hot doesn't mean your appearance. It's just that you're on fire. You are doing well. So.
You're an overnight sensation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bob,
ignore the 20 years that it took to get to where you're at today.
Is it true, Bob, that they tell your audience to eat ginger snaps before they see you?
Wait, now.
I love the callback. That was a callback.
This native from Boston started his career in a sketch comedy group, then decided to go solo 4 years ago, quickly becoming a demand in clubs and colleges across the country. First of all, you've been solo for a lot longer than 4 years.
Yeah.
And I don't like the fact that they're saying where's Robert Kelly? We can't get him!
I demand you get him.
We've been trying for years. It's impossible. He's book solid. You want to go to a comedy show? Not unless Robert Kelly is there. Well, we can forget it, because he won't be. And I love this, because here comes an exclamation point.
Oh, boy. We know only Jimmy can read exclamation points.
When he takes the stage, he gives off a nonstop energy that grabs the audience's full attention and never lets go! He never lets go of that attention.
He never lets go. Oh, wow. Sometimes he wants to.
Or he'll tease.
Boy, I tell you.
But when they're all facing you and you have a microphone, it's amazing that you keep their attention. Always keeping his act fresh and new. Kelly's cutting-edge humor and strong, dynamic presence keeps you laughing into the next joke.
Oh.
Does it? What are you supposed to do? Normally, most of us stop, we do a sonnet, and then we get into the next joke.
You don't want to, get them laughing into the next joke.
Absolutely not. Normally, it's joke, obituary, joke. Joke, eulogy, joke. But not Bob. No, sirree. Bob's dynamic presence keeps you laughing into the next joke. My God almighty. 45 minutes of this? I can't take it. No wonder you're in demand. His routines? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. His routine consists of mischievous and playful situations.
Yeah, they're just mischievous. They're playful. They're not crazy and mean.
Yeah, they're
mischievous.
Mischievous and playful situations.
Marshmallow.
What do? Go out to the parking lot and put potatoes in people's tailpipes while they're watching your show?
No, he wouldn't. He'd eat them before the gag was over. Well, wait. Mischievous and playful situations that we can all relate to in our years of growing up, college, and relationships. That's what Bob is. You're just full of mirth and mystery. Mischievous little thing. Nothing harmful here, folks. Just good-natured fun. Bring the kids.
That's why he's in demand.
No wonder you're in demand.
That's
fun
right.
for all.
Thank you.
Here we go. More exclamation point. Robert is an expert in making you laugh at all the strange things we do. I'd like an example of what you're an expert in. Making people laugh, and that's strange. I'd like an example.
Well, Jim, have you ever talked baby talk?
I haven't.
Yes, you have.
All right, you got me. We all have.
You're in bed late at night, and the girl, she walks in. Do you want me to poo on your chest? Yeah, poo, 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 poo.
None of that went through.
Keep it up.
Stop.
Keep it up, and we'll be on a Van Halen song.
Yeah, stop. Dump it out.
Bob is also an expert at saying things that you can't say on the radio.
Right.
That's right.
Way to sell your comedy show.
You know what I want to know?
Like the dirtiest thing that we can't play.
You know what I want to know about Bob?
What?
Is comedy his only forte?
I don't know. Let me take a look here and see. I'm going to say, it's funny you should ask that, Anthony.
Oh?
Comedy isn't his only forte.
What else can he do?
This guy can act too!
Yes.
There's an exclamation point. This guy can act too! Which, at the Stress Factory this weekend, lucky you, he'll be doing a scene.
Ooh.
He's doing a scene from probably Apocalypse Now.
I can't wait to see it.
Me and Jimmy are going to do it, except there's going to be, his words are going to be typed under his head.
What? Wait, no, I didn't get it.
Silent film actor. And I thought,
oh, that's pretty funny. Pops, my eyes always bug out, and I stink, and he's not really far off.
He's right. You put a smiley face or a frown next to your text on your script.
That's funny.
Way to go, Bob. Just start hurting the people around you. All right. In the last couple of years, Robert has filmed 3 independent movies. Last Night at Eddie's.
Yeah. I starred in that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Last Night at Eddie's. I was actually a romantic lead.
Hold on. All right, in the last couple of years, Robert has filmed 3 independent movies. Last Night at Eddie's. The Koala Bear Kid. And Dating Games.
Independent movies. Independent from anyone watching.
Okay, terrific. Which were all filmed. First of all, The Koala Bear Kid. What is that about?
Oh.
I was actually Billy Burr's in that, and he has one scene at the end of the movie. He kills me at the end of the movie, and he looks like a redheaded Mexican.
All right, well, I think we got to take a break, right? Bobby, really a funny comic, man. 732-545 ha tonight through Sunday. There's 6 shows, and
it's 16 and up too. So all the little girls from Torgasm, come on down.
MySpace.
Okay.
And you'll also be joining us for the next O&A Traveling Virus at the PNC Bank Arts Center.
I can't wait.
Tickets still available through Ticketmaster.com. The info's up on OpieandAnthony.com.
Yeah, you killed him last one, man.
The info's on my site too.
Dude, you killed, man. Everyone's talking about your set, so.
Yeah, I can't wait, dude. It was a blast. That was the closest thing to rock and roll comedy's ever hit, so.
What was your favorite part of the whole experience, Bob?
Dude.
Oh, Bob. Oh, I didn't see it coming.
Bob.
Oh, I didn't see it coming.
Let that happen.
Every time, it's like Pesci walking into that room to be made.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And this is what Bob, because Bob rehearses it right now. He's still talking right now. Dude, it's like, you know, because Bob, this is what Bob is such a creep. He'll look up in the air and just talk. Dude, you know, poor Nathaniel does gigs with him. I'm like, does he ever just put his dumb hand on the wheel and lean towards you and go, you know, dude, comedy, and just start talking.
It's all rehearsed.
Oh, I want to throw hot oil in his face.
We do have to take a break, but we have a pair of tickets to the O&A Traveling Virus at the PNC Bank Arts Center on August 26th. All you have to do is text the word PEST, P-E-S-T, to 69923. The 90-second text message wins a pair of tickets to the comedy event of 2006. Text now PEST, P-E-S-T, to 69923. Brought to you by Bud Light. When we get back, the do's and the don'ts of dating from the year 1949.
Wonderful.
It's the O&A virus spreading across America.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony
Mister, are you okay? That really looked like it hurt. Mister. Okay, goodbye.
What's up? You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. The ONA virus spreading across America. Our phone number is 1-866-313-FREE.
A lot of wowing going on Pal Talk today.
I just saw that, actually.
Very interesting between during our breaks what goes on Pal Talk. Very nice.
Want to explain to the new listeners, we got cameras in studio, Pal Talk cameras, and people check us out as we do our radio show.
Yeah, we got cameras, but then they also have cameras at their houses while they listen to the show and watch what we're doing here during the show. And during commercial breaks, they could listen in on the behind-the-scenes stuff and look in on what we're doing. And every so often, a girl likes to just flash us and everybody else in the room. Very nice.
I want to acknowledge Chicago once again today. You guys see the front page of the Chicago Times? Sun-Times? It's right in front of you there.
Yeah.
It's a big story in Chicago. Cops question laws on fake guns. Another shooting, right?
Oops.
There was a 14-year-old kid. He's got this gun. It's a BB gun, I think. Yep. But it looks like a real gun. And then there's a shooting that takes place. And all hell is breaking loose now in that area of Chicago.
Of course it is.
This week's police shooting of 14-year-old Ellis Woodland, who police say pointed a BB gun at officers, illustrated once again that there's no way to tell between some of the fake guns out there and the real ones. Some officers say the guns have always been this real-looking. Others say they have evolved from smaller, more obvious fakes to the slick imitations such as the 9mm Smith & Wesson look-alike that Ellis, an 8th grader, allegedly was pointing at police when he was shot Monday evening at Division and Clybourne, I guess. Clybourne. In response to the shooting, Chicago police officials have started talking about whether laws and penalties regarding BB guns are strong enough to protect both police and the public from the danger they pose. Department spokeswoman Monique Bond said, blah, 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 and it goes on and on. But the front page of the Chicago Sun-Times, I guess there's a big protest and a rally going on.
Of course there is.
And the cops smiling as the black dude that has a finger pointing at the cop is just a great front page today.
Yeah.
You know the guy's accusing him of being a racist cop, and the cop is probably restraining from knocking this guy's teeth out because there's people around. It's a guy in like what do they call it? Is that a daishiki or it's like a no, not that head thing. The
yeah, he's wearing some kind of
it's like a bed sheet he's wearing.
Bed sheet.
Well, white is in. Very, very oversized white T-shirts are in
maybe that's what it is. You know what? That's what my
No, that's just an oversized white T-shirt. That's the look.
That's in now?
That is big time in.
Along with a pointy white hat and a hood.
That's the weirdest thing. The black guys are wearing
starting to dress like the Klan.
Are wearing these oversized black white T-shirts. They're really, really in. And then he's got something on his hair because, you got to protect your hair. I don't know.
This kid, look. When I was in 8th grade, I knew not to point a gun at cops.
Oh, yeah.
What do you expect him to do?
You didn't do it.
When the black community protests, I mean, we know you like to protest, but why in a case like this where the kid, unless this is not what happened, but if this is what happened, and if he was really pointing a fake gun that looks like a real gun at a cop, what do you expect the guy to do? What do you expect?
He wants to go home to his family. He's not going to take any chances.
Nah, but I guess since there's no shootings in certain areas of Chicago, he should just kind of go, maybe that's a kid with a fake gun. He should risk the fact that he might get shot.
And it looks too much like a real gun. Yeah. What are you supposed to do? So the front page.
Jeez.
We check out the front pages of all the newspapers, especially in the cities that we're broadcasting to, and this one takes the cake today. This is the best one we've seen. The cop is just smiling at this guy as this black guy is just giving him the business, pointing at the cop, and he's kind of being held back by one of his homies. And the smirk on the cop's face is priceless, and that's just really pissing off the black guy even more.
You see some of this
an amazing
other story?
Shot. What?
It's the other story that isn't highlighted? Because I guess this happens, a few times. Cop standing behind a tree about 10 feet from a teen with a gun pointed at him. The officer had just seconds to decide what to do. He was yelling, "Drop the gun, I'm an officer," but the teen refused and instead kept the gun trained on him in the middle of South Side Street as neighbors looked on. The officer waited a second more, but not because he had doubts if the weapon was real or not. 2 years earlier, he'd shot a 12-year-old after the youth pulled a real gun on him. And he didn't want to have to go through that pain again. Finally, the teen dropped the weapon. The gun turned out it was a cigarette lighter. And the cop said, I never knew until he dropped it and picked it up, that it wasn't real. So, who the hell is stupid enough to point at anything that looks like a gun at a cop?
Look, I gotta say, it's always the fault of the racist white police officers, never the fault of the black community. I think that should be the motto of this show.
Why can't this kid just be stupid? Sorry, he was stupid.
Look, you don't want to see a 14-year-old take a bullet, but if you're that dumb in 8th grade, you're not going to invent anything. We're not missing much. If you're that stupid that you think, if you're 5, that's one thing. If you're 14 and you point a fake gun at a cop, you're a dummy.
What are they protesting? Like, what are they looking to get?
Just another excuse for the bad behavior of one person. You know, we get it. It's always the white cops.
And it is a BB gun.
Yes.
It wasn't just a toy gun.
Right.
Could have put an eye out.
That's right.
Amadou Diallo is different. I mean, he had a wallet. You know, he had nothing that resembled a gun. I mean, I understand people being angry about that, but
there were a few panicky Pete's that day.
Yeah, there certainly were. Yeah.
Oh my God! A few cops all firing at the same time. A few more bullets will fly out than they should.
And we're just making a joke because we don't really need to discuss that again.
No,
that was a crazy scene here in New York a few years back.
But I don't understand what the protest is about. Fake gun, real anger. Like, how could they possibly be angry at the police for this one? The cop had a gun pointed at him. And he did what cops do when they have guns pointed at him. Shoot the guy.
For the same reason they cry racism when you're busting certain drug dealers and then complain when cops don't do enough to get drug dealers.
They're not in the neighborhood. They don't come into the neighborhood and take care of these things. And then there's a shooting. A cop shoots a guy. The family, friends come running out. They got to call backup. They're shooting at ambulances. It doesn't make any sense at all. What are they protesting?
Oh, the whole thing is just silly, if you ask me.
Oh,
very, very, very good front page.
Yeah, it's a great
Chicago Sun-Times.
That cop's face is just like, hey, how you doing? Maybe I'll see you on the street.
Yeah.
I'll pull you over.
Guy probably pointing, you shot a young brother. Yeah, that's what he did.
Yeah.
All right. Kristen in Grand Rapids, what's up?
Hey, I just want to say I'm so glad you're here. I work for Continental Airlines in Newark, and I listen to you when I'm there, but I don't get to listen to you here, so I'm glad you're here.
Jimmy loves your airline.
Thank you. It's the only airline I'll fly.
Jimmy, we look for you all the time to see if you're on our flights.
Are you serious?
But
you go to Grand Rapids a lot, Jimmy?
I've never been, no.
Well, actually, we look for you through Continental to see if the flight I'm working is.
I have 2 flights booked. I have Houston and Dallas booked.
Houston.
Hey, does when you fly from Newark to Grand Rapids, is that like an Embraer that you fly?
Yes, it is.
Okay. They're safe planes, but they don't have like the amenities of big jets.
Like the amenities.
All right.
Yeah, but we have the cuter flight attendants.
Cool.
Okay, then email me. Godspeed.
EatABullet.com, Jim Norton's website.
I love you.
Jesus.
I will.
Why do I have to be your pimp?
You're his biggest fan.
Thank you, miss.
All right, let's go to Gooch in Cleveland. Gooch.
Flight attendant's
What's
nice.
up, fellas?
Hey.
Hey, Jimmy, is it okay if the cops shoot a kid, a drunk Irishman, for walking down the street with a butcher knife?
Not only is it okay, but they should shoot him in hindsight. They should have actually got me 3 days later and shot me just for being such an ass.
Yeah, you were a silly goose back then.
Dope.
He did his thing.
If I had a fake gun, I probably would have done the same thing in some depressed bid. But
everyone's saying this gun looks real.
Yeah.
Really real.
Yeah.
And look,
what are the cops supposed to do?
They should stop manufacturing them. I'm sorry. I know. I'm now Ted Nugent. Hey, just sit back, Uncle Ted will straighten you right out. I'm sure Ted Nugent would disagree, because, I just like to shoot an elk. Do you, Ted? Do you really? And the little cancer boy, he just wanted to shoot a bear. So did you? He had to murder that beautiful animal?
Wanted something dying before he
take something
with
him.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, the toy guns, they have laws where they have to have this red front on them and have to be colored orange. Because I remember as a kid, we used to, play Army, and you'd buy guns that looked like real guns. That was what you did.
But they didn't really look like real guns back in the day.
I did. The little M16. I had an M16 that, it was a little smaller than it should have been.
It was plastic, though.
They put out some pretty good metal ones too, and then I had a
Man,
BB
my
gun that
parents
looked
were
like
cheap.
a 45.
My parents were cheap.
Maybe they were.
My guns didn't look real.
You got like second-rate guns.
If we were lucky to have guns.
I had a BB
Usually we
gun.
had to find sticks that kind of looked like a rifle.
Oh, that is sad. I remember the kid on the street. We all had guns, and there was this other kid that lived next door to us, and he actually had like a mounted 50 cal, and everybody really liked that one. But we had our guns, and there was a kid that was too poor. He used to go around with like the sneakers that were ripped up the front, so when he'd run down the street, you'd hear like whoosh, 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 because his sole of his shoe would slap on the pavement.
Yeah.
And then he'd duct tape it.
Yeah.
And he was the kid with the stick. And he would find a stick that kind of looked like a gun, and he was all proud of his stick. Oh, is that you, Opie?
I would carve it a little bit.
Oh, that'd
make it look
bad.
A little more real.
Yeah.
Can they stop making fake guns? I'm going to say that enough already. Stop.
Why?
It's just our
fake guns that look like real guns. I think they
Yeah,
should.
our culture has just changed too much. The bottom line is where it's a violent. There's no redeeming value for them at all.
Why should kids that want to just play bang bang shoot 'em up, cowboys and Indians, play army? That's what we did as kids. Why should that be ruined because a certain segment of society wants to point these at cops and make them look like real guns?
I understand that argument because I think it's gotten to a point where, like, the problem outweighs the benefit of a bunch of dumb kids running around going, "Gotcha, partner. Play something else. Go online, you little computer faggots. Enough already. Well, there's just some lovely youth, are there? Let them play pickup sticks."
Pickup sticks.
I played pickup sticks as a boy.
Hey, can we change gears? Because people are going to get mad at us. We never get to the stuff we're supposed to get to. Yeah, downshift for us there, Anthony.
There we go.
Yesterday we did what? Molly Grows Up?
Yes.
Molly Grows Up.
About Molly getting her period.
Yes, she
for
did.
the first time. Well,
and
today,
mother telling her what to do.
Well, today it's dating do's and don'ts. From
Dating do's and don'ts. From what, 1949? 49. This ought to be relevant.
They all sound like they belong in Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah.
It's that same delivery, but they're talking about weird crap.
Yeah.
So, dating do's and don'ts from 1949. We start with this clip.
How do you choose a date? Whose company would you enjoy?
By color.
Well, one thing you can consider is looks. Woody thought of Janice and how good-looking she was. He'd really have to rate to date somebody like her. Yes, he'd enjoy that, except... Well,
she's a communist.
What is he trying to say? That this girl's out of his league?
I think he was getting at maybe looks aren't as important. Even in the 40s.
I wonder if he met Janice and she turned out to be a giant sea face.
Looks like Janice. Looks like this guy's going to have to pick the fatty.
That's right.
Yeah. It's pretty obvious what's going on here.
Woody used his BB gun to point it at Janice and force her into his basement. You gotta love Woody.
Yes, he'd enjoy that.
Yeah, he would.
Except, well, it's too bad Janice always acts so superior and bored.
There's another word for that.
Yeah.
There's another word for that.
That's what they call him.
Or Woody's a 2.5.
He asked her, "Are you about a size 14? And could you help me put this chair in this van?"
She's a senator's daughter in a well in his basement.
Superior and bored. She'd make a fellow feel awkward and inferior.
Wow.
Well, perhaps someone who doesn't feel superior. There's Betty. And yet...
I think what Woody needs to do is grab her by the hair and give her throat a good lesson. See, the superior acting ones, you gotta spank them.
Right. Beat them down a little bit.
Yeah, they love it.
Take them down a peg or two.
Let's see what the next girl's about.
Well, Betty, right?
Betty. Me, you, Betty.
Superior. There's Betty. And yet, it just doesn't seem as if she'd be much fun. What about Anne? She knows how to have a good time.
Does she?
And how to make the fellow with her relax. Have fun, too.
Whoa. GFE.
Ooh. Anne carries a rubber glove in case you want the extra special part of the massage.
She knows how to put a happy ending on your date.
Janice and Betty are busts, but Anne is a goer.
Anne's a good egg.
I love these names.
She's a goer, but doesn't look too good.
Nah, she's got a problem. She got a lot of facial hair or something wrong with her.
And that's why she's a good egg.
She's a goer.
Yeah. Anne is fat.
How to make the fellow with her relax. Have fun, too. Yes, that's what a boy likes. He wants to know he's appreciated. And would be fun on a date. So Woody decided he'd ask Anne for this first date. But just how should he ask her? And what if she refused?
Oh, boy.
No, it won't be easy asking for that first date.
Never is, is it?
So Woody put succinylcholine into a rag and date raped her with her eyes open.
Oh, we're going to learn how to ask for a date.
Great.
There's 3 different scenarios here.
Ooh.
How do you ask for a date? What about this?
What?
Ian? Well, how about a date? Well, really? No thanks, Woody.
Oh, Woody.
Flames.
That was terrible.
In flames.
To hear Sam asking for a date. Hey, I want to go on a date.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Goddamn rich boss.
Wow, Woody's a 0.
Hey, wait, you want to...
Oh, golly gee. You want to help me clean the human hair out of my axe blade in my garage?
Yeah.
No thanks, Woody.
Well, suppose he did it this way.
Hi, Ann. What's he doing Saturday night?
Well, I guess I'm busy.
Oh, yeah?
Threaten her,
And they got to giving him the brush off for me?
Well, of all the nerve.
What did he say?
Hey, what did he say? I messed that up. Go back a little bit
What
here.
did he say?
And they got to giving him the brush off for me?
Well, of all...
Wait, what is he saying?
She has another engagement.
Yeah, and he goes, any chance of giving him the brush off for me?
The brush
off.
Oh.
Saturday night.
Well, I guess I'm busy.
Oh, yeah? And they got to giving him the brush off for me?
Well, of all the nerve.
Well,
Of all the nerve. She didn't even say she had a date with a guy. He's just assuming she's a slut. Right. I love it. Hey, you whore.
Yeah.
Who are you going out with?
Get a look at this. You a size queen, are you, Ann? Skinny Woody has a big surprise.
well, is there another way?
Ann? This is Woody. Well, I have a ticket for the High Teen Carnival Saturday, and... Well, would you like to go?
Why, yes, Woody. I'll have to talk to my folks about it, but I think I can go. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Well, shall I pick you up about 8 o'clock?
That's fine, Woody. 8 o'clock Saturday. I think it'll be all right, but I'll let you know for sure. Bye.
Canada Chris backing up a little bit from Canada, of course. Looks like Woody's going to end up in the meatpacking district, cruising around in a 1992 Saturn.
So they're going to go to the carnival. Then at the end of the night, they're going to park the Studebaker, and Woody's going to wind up with clown mouth. Oh, Woody, I should have warned you. All right. The carnival. What an awful date.
The carnival?
Here.
Let's go to the freak show.
Have some cotton candy so you get a sugar rush and babble even more, you whore.
You know, it's just a freak show with, like, people with Down syndrome in it. Something you couldn't get away with now, but would really be entertaining.
Moving on here. They have now done their date.
Oh, they did?
And Ann's little sister asks about her big date.
Ah.
Oh. Please tell me she has to pick Woody out of a lineup. He stopped and picked up 4 of his Negro friends on the way to the carnival.
What happened in the back of that Studebaker?
What are you doing? Why aren't you being Chris, your little sister? I'm getting ready for my date tonight with Woody. Oh, he's nice. A date, huh? What'll you do? Go to some fancy place for dinner? No, silly. We're going to the High Teen Carnival. And then he'll bring me home. Oh, that doesn't sound like much. We'd have fun at the carnival, you and I, wouldn't we? Oh, yes. Well, Woody and I are going to have fun in just that way. I think the important thing about a date is to have a good time. And you don't need to spend a lot of money to do that. You just enjoy whatever you're doing.
It's true.
Whether it's movies or parties or anything. And you leave your boyfriend enough money so he'll ask you again. My, you'll be out late. Why not particularly late? Mom and Dad and I have an agreement about what time to come in. Look, will you be a honey and get my stockings from the bathroom? Sure.
You don't need money to have a good time. All you need is a front seat and a knife.
I like the way they thought,
before
though.
the date, obviously, yeah.
She's like, hey, this, leave him enough money, so we'll take you out again. She's no gold digger.
Get my stockings. Which ones? The ones with the holes cut out of the crotch. I'm gonna play hide the ping pong balls.
Let's go to Brandon in Oklahoma. A little callback here. Yes, Brandon.
Hey, I want to hear the one, Opie, if you could forward it to her, where Woody asks Ann to go to the comedy club. She says yes, and then rolls him.
Oh.
Punching out.
Well,
if we only knew who you were competing with.
It was, he kind of got it wrong there. Max in Dallas, what's up?
Hey, boys, what's up?
Hey.
Hey, Jimmy, is a Studebaker like a homeless Chevy?
Studebaker.
Oh, did I say Studebaker?
Did you say beggar?
I don't remember. Probably.
Mobby.
I said it too then.
Studebaker?
I was wondering why I didn't get a laugh. You said it already.
I thought you were just calling back my Studebaker.
No.
Oh,
I was just picking an old car because I didn't hear your joke.
What non-listening
busy bouncing people.
dopes we are. Hey, when are you going to play the audio of the 40s dating? I'll do that.
Moby, actually. Moby, what's up?
It's B. Malvin in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Woody sounds like O&A interviewing a hop chick.
Yeah, he's all nervous.
I know, all nervous. You don't know what to do.
You bet your bippy.
Later.
Dave in Pennsylvania. Dave?
O&A, this stuff is hilarious, guys. And it occurs to me that Woody sounds disturbingly like a young Jimmy Norton.
No, he sounds like Sam. He doesn't really sound like me.
A lot of
smoother than I was.
A lot of instant feedback coming in. The two sisters talking about the date. And did you give up the brown eye?
Well, no, not on the first date. And why are you walking like you were riding a mechanical bull? Funny you should ask, sis. When I go out on a date and do the topless.
The art of the topless.
Ample Ann going out on a date.
All right, Woody asked his parents if they were excited about their first dates. So now he gets advice from Mom and Dad. Here's Woody talking to his parents.
Were you excited the night of your first date?
I sure was.
So was I. I took my date seriously. A date was a major event. Why, the night of my first date, my date had a flat tire and he was an hour late. And he didn't even bother to call me. Well, when he finally came, I had to run upstairs and do my face and my hair all over again. Oh, I was so upset.
And then we parked the car and he messed my face up. Who would have thought that stuff stains a black shirt?
Oh, my God.
An hour later, her face was already a disaster.
Yeah, what the hell is this woman doing?
Stupid, pressed up against the glass. And how was he going to call you? Cell phones hadn't been invented yet. So I guess instead of changing the tire, he should have walked 4 miles to the gas station and told this no-putting-out pig that he was going to be an hour late instead of just fixing it and getting there.
Yeah, what the hell is he supposed to do?
Yeah.
God damn, Jimmy. You make some good points.
Yeah, sure.
The cell phone.
Mom's a slut. Chester's liver. Woody, I can't this week. I have the curse.
The curse.
All right, back to the
Didn't even call me.
We didn't have a morning after pill. Well, we did, but it looked like a work boot.
So Mom comes home with 2 grease stains on her chest.
Oh, I was so upset.
That fella had a lot to learn about girls. Your mother lost all interest in him after she met me.
Yeah, sure.
And the moral of that story is
my
that I should be on time tonight, right?
You bet. And the same goes for Ann.
Any girl who can't be ready on time for a date isn't good enough for my boy.
Wow.
Whoa.
Looks like Mom is a size queen.
Yeah. Boy.
Dad sure seems like a bundle of joy there.
No kidding.
When she met me.
Hey.
Give me another beer, you bitch.
Right. Where's dinner?
Where's your flat tire man now, whore? Keeps hanging that story over her head.
Yeah. I saved it for you. No, that flat tire saved it for me. Your mother met me and realized what a left hook is. Stupid parents.
Now, why don't you make believe you're putting air in a tire?
Yeah, go ahead.
I asked my father for dating advice, how to kiss a girl, and he told me to lean in and say, "Can I smell your breath?" That's the advice my father gave.
He really said that.
And he meant it. That's great, Dad.
Like you lean in and go, "Can I smell your breath?"
Yeah, and then when she went to breathe in my face, I lean in and kiss her.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Even in 4th grade, I knew that was awful.
Any chloroform?
Yeah, do I push her into the shallow grave before or after I do that? Thanks, that advice.
That's like stealing. That's like rape almost. It's a kiss.
Oh, he's a sweet boy.
Can I check your cervix for any problems?
I want to check for irregular cell gatherings.
Hoo-hoo Higgy's on fire today. Sis, could you tell me about BMs? Oh, my God. What's wrong with you? The instant feedback's great today. Matt Starr from Pittsburgh. Wait, the mom said when he finally came, she had to redo her hair. He must have made her face look like she got hit by a mayonnaise truck.
She comes back, her hair is musty, her left eye is red and bloodshot. Because it was a good one. I told your father, don't do that again. It burns. An hour later, she's waiting for this guy an hour.
Yeah.
She has to run up and do her hair.
Do her hair and face all over again.
So now she's making him wait.
She was so mad.
Yeah.
All right, the last clip. How do you end the date? 3 different scenarios.
Oh, good.
First is more of a visual where Woody goes to lean in for a kiss, and in the second, he pretty much just walks away.
Ooh.
Just walk away.
Keep that in mind. It's a little bit visual here.
Well, it's the time Anne had set for getting home. And now, good night. The end of a perfect evening. But how do you say good night? Perhaps...
Don't, please.
Oh.
What Anne?
Or it could go this way.
Well, so long.
Just like that. After all, a girl likes to know you've had a good time. So let's try saying goodnight again. One more way.
Well, it's getting late.
Yes, it is. I'd ask you in for a bite to eat if it weren't so late. Let's plan to get home in time for a sandwich or something next time.
Say, that sounds good. I'll call you next week.
Will you? Well, thanks so much. I had loads of fun.
So did I.
Loads of fun.
Good night, Woody.
Night, Ann.
Now, he's got to go home living up to his name.
And that whistling wasn't him, it was her spinning in a circle.
Wow, yeah, we did.
Here's how the date ended.
He started to touch me. He started to grab me. I told him to stop. He didn't stop. I hit him back. And then he got really angry. He pushed me out of the car.
You touch Ann again and you're dead, Woody.
Here's how the date could have ended.
I love you, Johnny Cakes.
I think that
go ahead.
No, I said he did want. She's going back for sandwiches next time.
Yeah.
He wanted a nice salmon on rye. Am I right or wrong, Woody?
He'll bring the mayo.
Don the trucker. Horton, give it up. He's not calling.
No. Why should he?
Well, in the 50s, back in 49, if you got a handshake, you didn't wash your hand. You made your friend smell your hand. Look, she shook it.
And Anthony Notcomia from East Brunswick, New Jersey writes, Mom says, why, the night of my first date, I discovered I had no gag reflex.
Oh, your father tried and tried. I just couldn't make her throw up her ham sandwich, son. Then he and Woody high-five.
All right, we got to take a break. Real fast, Bud Light presents the Opie and Anthony Traveling Virus, the comedy event of 2006. Coming soon to a venue near you. We got August 26th at the PNC Bank Arts Center in Jersey. September 9th, the Tweeter Center for all you Philly folk.
Good place for a first date.
And September 23rd, the Tower City Amphitheater in Cleveland, Ohio. Tickets on sale now through all Ticketmaster locations. All the info is up on opieandanthony.com. It's presented by Bud Light. Always worth it. We're looking forward to the second date, August 26th at the PNC Bank Arts Center. We'll see you guys there, okay? We'll take a break, and when we get back, we'll see what we have time for, I guess. It's the O&A virus spreading across America.
And now, Reflections on James Norton with Mr. Robert Stack.
I'd sure like to be his girlfriend. Walking in the park hand in hand, wrapping my legs around, cuddling in the spoon position.
All right. Lil Jimmy Norton.
Bring on the Buckingham Crater!
On the Opie and Anthony Show. The Opie and Anthony Show.
Let's go to Eric in Pittsburgh. Bunch of calls from Pittsburgh today. What's up, Eric?
What's up, O&A?
Hey.
Happy birthday, little Jimmy.
Thank you, mister. It was overshadowed by the terrorist plot.
Hey, I was wondering if you could play something for me.
What?
What?
I was wondering if you could play the one where Mary and Woody go to see little Jimmy Norton at the Pittsburgh Improv, September 28th to September 30th.
You're a good boy.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
What a cheap
Look at
plug.
that.
All right, really quick, I'll toss out another one because I have to. This Sunday, Lucky Louie, we have a very, very filthy religious discussion.
Ooh.
So I haven't been plugging the show lately. We only have 3 more episodes and we're done. So we don't know if we're going to get picked up or not. So if you like the show, please write HBO and tell them you like the show.
There you go. Sunday nights, 10:30 on HBO. Lucky Louie.
Season finale's only 3 episodes away.
That's right.
Terror plot. We've been having fun with this.
Have we?
Well, not fun with the actual terror plot. It's big news. Everybody's talking about. CNN's pretty much doing nothing but.
CNN and Fox
Fox News Channel, nothing but. MSNBC, nothing but. Local news, fluff pieces all day long for you.
A lot more to deal with on local news.
So
more important issues.
While the big boys do the heavy lifting, you got the little girls in news. That's an insult to women, by the way. I'm sorry. But, I mean, the local news, they're just the worst. They're just the worst. Instead of talking about what's going on over there in London and the terror plot, they're doing stories like this today.
All right, Lindsay Lohan's wild ways are affecting more than just her career. Insiders say neighbors want her out of the posh L.A. base, the Chateau Marmont. A source says her late nights and friends constantly come in and out and are very disruptive to the rest of the clientele. Meanwhile, a fellow cast member from Herbie Fully Loaded has anonymously posted a letter supporting a producer's recent lament about her bad work ethic. And coming up later this hour, Nicole Kidman is also being wooed, but you'll never guess by whom. We'll let you.
Al-Qaeda?
All right, Emily, thank you so much.
What annoys me is why that actor posted, whoever it was, posted anonymously.
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Another coward. I don't want to do my job. Then keep your mouth shut.
And
clam up.
Another one from the WB here in New York City.
When I say CSI, what comes to your mind?
The TV show.
No, CSI as in crime scene insects. Before the human forensic scientists come in, some of Earth's creepiest crawlers, such as a cockroach, a beetle, and most commonly a fly, help uncover the mystery.
The life cycle of a fly is the egg, the larva, the pupa, and then the adult fly. The adult flies will lay their eggs into the openings of our body and eventually become a fly.
So if adult flies are found near the body, then scientists know that the body has been there for at least the fly's life cycle, or 3 weeks.
Bugs help people actually solve crimes.
So while bugs aren't armed with the most high-tech forensic equipment, don't underestimate the insect's insight.
There you go. That's what you get today instead of news on the terror plot.
Instead of 21 arrested, you're no longer able to bring liquids on your plane.
You got to fly naked today. Let's not
fly naked.
They're going to take your clothes at the airport. I know a lot of people are on their way to the airport. We're warning you ahead of time.
You know what they're going to do? You know when you have to bring your luggage over to that area where you give it to the guy, and I guess they x-ray it and then put it on the plane? There's just going to be a big dumpster, and you're going to throw your luggage away. No carry-on. and they're going to ask you to disrobe, and you must board the plane completely nude.
And if you don't, they think you're a terrorist, and you're going to be in deep trouble.
Full body cavity search.
And she said, what does CSI stand for? I can't quite figure. I can't get the first part, but I have some sucking idiot. I just don't know where to start.
We'll think about that.
Yeah.
They're just a bunch of dopes.
There's no local news anymore.
No.
You got to go to the big boys.
All right. A little taste here of Brittany and Kevin sounding very high in a home movie.
K-Fed. You're saying that...
K-Fed. This is...
perhaps they were intoxicated?
Well...
Is that what they're saying about this tape?
Or they're just as dumb as they look.
Well, that's... Okay.
K-Fed rules.
Let's play a clip and we'll decide. Are they high or are they just stupid? That's the game we play.
High or stupid?
High or stupid?
Or both.
I'm ugly.
No.
My jaw hurts.
Oh, good egg.
Attaboy, K-Fed.
Haha, Woody. You picked the wrong one.
Her jaw hurts. She's a good girl.
In this clip, Brittany burps and tells Kevin to stop looking through the peephole.
Peephole?
I don't know.
I'm ugly.
No.
My jaw hurts.
From eating.
Doesn't mean you're ugly. Dude, we're gonna do clips of you burping.
I want to see that movie. Listen, what are you doing? You're zooming in. You're doing something weird.
I'm listening.
Why are you looking through the peephole? You're acting like a cameraman. Stop looking through the peephole.
Okay.
The peephole in the camera, I guess. The camcorder.
Show?
What is this?
We're not really sure.
She doesn't have a reality show anymore. She used to.
Bitch. Everything she does is faked.
Steve, what is this?
With her burp.
Music.
I think they were outtakes from that reality show they did. And it was just him and a handheld camcorder and her sitting in front of 2 takeout trays of food.
Of course.
Just going on and on and on. That's terrible. I'm sorry.
It's going to turn out to be the biggest disaster in entertainment history.
How great is that?
Every picture they have, they show her with those really fattening Starbucks drinks. She can't stop herself.
Good.
She is going to be a fat mess.
After a couple of kids, you got to kind of watch what you eat so you can snap back.
Not her, because she thinks she's Britney Spears.
She does?
Oh, she's Britney Spears, but she thinks that's what's going to get her by in life.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
She read her own press clippings.
Oh, that's what they say.
All right. Doesn't understand the movie Spun. Came out years ago.
Listen.
You want to see the movie? Let's go see it.
Well, when is it going to be playing? Oh, no. When did Spun come out? I want to see that.
We'll have to go buy it on DVD. It might even been on the bus.
Huh?
It might have been on the bus.
Huh? Really?
Yeah?
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
It was really on the bus?
I said it might have been on the bus. I don't know.
That's like a new movie and stuff.
Baby, that movie is... I watched it 4 months ago on DVD.
Where have I been?
Over here. You've been on tour.
Wow.
Holy crap. Matt's got an observation. Matt?
Hey, I hope Brittany was pregnant when this drunken high video thing was made.
Really? Little fetal alcohol syndrome? That is horrid. Like, not even a way, like Jimmy said, it sounds all fake.
Yeah, contrived.
Steve redesigned our website, opieandanthony.com. Check out the new look. And there's a section called Featured Videos, and he's going to make the video that you're listening to, or the audio of the video you're listening to, a featured video on opieandanthony.com.
Ooh.
And there's some other fine stuff up there today, including our rape video from the O&A Traveling Virus, if you haven't checked that out yet.
And I want to get some Papa Zoe going. Let's play that.
Right.
Some K-Fed music.
Yeah.
Well,
it's good.
In this next clip, Brittany says she feels like she's been missing out on life.
Yeah.
I'm confused because I feel like I've been missing out.
Missing out on what?
On life.
I really don't think that that's the truth.
You think this is what I have to talk about.
Okay.
I feel like I've been missing out on life.
Like what part of life?
Life, like things and things going on. Like I feel like I'm behind or something. I know that sounds so weird, but
No,
I
it
do.
doesn't. It's all the partying.
Huh?
It's all the partying.
What are you talking about, all the partying?
That's why you feel that way.
What's that supposed to mean?
Would you rather go out or would you rather go watch the movie?
Huh?
Would you rather go out? If you had a choice to go out or go watch a movie, what would you want to do?
I'd go watch that movie and just drink at home.
We're listening to Dumb and Dumber.
Just babbling asses.
But that's why I like K-Fed, because he just brings it. Like, whenever you have a problem, that's the guy to talk to. He straightens you right out. The guy has wisdom.
You're a big fan of the K-Fed.
The guy rules. How could you not be?
Yeah.
He's got everything. He's got the look. He's got charm. He's cool, funny, perceptive.
We're running out of show, but we got to get this last clip in because Brittany wonders if you travel through time.
What I'm trying to say is, do you ever feel like you... Like, can some people... Have you ever seen Back to the Future?
Mm-hmm.
Is that possible? To time travel speed?
No.
Yes, it is, Kevin.
Okay, but not that we know of.
Maybe... I think people can do that, and I think some people are ahead of us.
Oh, my God.
Well, maybe. But they would never tell the world. They wouldn't tell nobody. Could you imagine how many people would try to go back and change?
Wow.
You better be taping that.
We do travel through time when we're watching that show, and we just went to Wigger and Fat Pig o'clock.
Britney Spears, The Art of the Moron. Oh, wow. When do you realize you have to give up on her? She's a hot piece of ass, and that's why K-Fed's with her.
It's over.
She's already had a kid. She's wrecking her body for the second time. When does he finally leave?
Him? I don't know. Public, it's already over. She's done.
The personality is not going to save this. So he's got to be doing it for the hotness, and that's going away really fast.
And the money.
Listen to that. She's just... let me tell you something. Oh, just white trash.
Hey, Than, you better be taping this Diane Fossey documentary.
Yeah, we got fat chicks on TV dancing.
It's Miss...
We'll make fun of that next over at XM. That's
Ms.
Sure.
Full-figured New York.
Well, we have more on this Brittany and K-Fed thing, but we have run out of time as far as this part of the Opie and Anthony show goes. We'll continue on XM.
K-Fed and overfed.
Flavor Flav will be calling in to the XM show today. We can't wait for that.
And the Chopper guys are coming in XM.
That's right.
Yeah.
So if you're not joining us, that's cool. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for checking us out today. We greatly appreciate it. It's the Oday virus spreading across America.
It seems like every hole in my body is exploding every liquid imaginable.
Our adult fantasy playroom is open.
I'm scared. The Opie and Anthony XM walkover begins now.
Been caught stealing once. Yes. When I was 5. Yeah.
All right. How we doing? Good. Part 2, XM. Hi. For all of the people just listening on XM Satellite Radio. We are doing our little walkover. You want to cross the street? That would be something new that we've never done, unless we want to see our homeless guy.
Our new these guys are so smart.
Yeah.
Our new homeless friend realizes that we're going to be here every day at this time, and he knows we give him money. So now he's just sitting there waiting for us.
So he's going to wait.
All right, let's really obsess about boners until he just has had enough.
All right.
I've had enough.
Yeah, I'll speak for yourself.
No, we got to get to the bottom of it, because guys, whether whether you're trying to ignore the whole sex thing, physically you can't ignore that. The sperm builds up, and it has to be released.
He's going to get prostate problems.
You have to release the poison somehow, whether it's a wet dream.
I bet he jacks off.
Or it just comes out when he sees a sandwich.
There he is. What's his name? Anyone remember?
Frank.
No, it's not Frank.
See, he knows we're coming.
Hey, how you doing?
And he's all smiles. He knows.
How you doing, buddy?
He sees us coming a mile away.
How you doing,
What you
there,
guys
pal?
are doing every day, man?
Every day.
Huh?
Every day. This is what we do.
That's your kind of work?
This is our job. Yeah. We just walk around.
Why y'all do this for what?
We work for
we work for a living.
There we go.
right.
We work for a radio station.
What station is that?
105.6.
105 what?
And we with XM satellite show.
So what's new to that?
Nothing.
How's the world treating you all today?
Pretty good.
We got a lot of questions and feedback
about boners.
from the
Well,
listeners.
I only got a couple of singles. I'll throw them in there.
Okay, thank
there
you
we
guys.
go. Maybe that'll
You
get
guys
you
make
something.
my day too in a ways, you know.
Well,
We're good
Otherwise,
like
I
that.
wouldn't survive also, you know.
Yeah.
I don't really make too much these ways, you know.
fall right into our demographic we're looking for.
All right.
Homeless guys without INS paperwork.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
There are a lot of guys doing that too. If you really go to see, you know, even the Republicans, you know, the same. You know.
Exactly, that's what I was saying. What? When I was drunk. Was there you hear about the bomb plot?
I beg your pardon?
You hear about the bomb plot in I thought the same thing with the real thug.
You come back to the same topic, right?
You hear about that though? Is in England? You read the paper this morning or you just sit on it?
No, I have a paper. I haven't read it yet.
Oh, apparently in England, they arrested some terrorists that wanted to blow up some planes.
Yeah, but like I heard about that. Right?
You don't know anybody, right?
No.
No?
I'm not involved.
What's the word on the street over here? You hear anything?
No.
Yeah, you keep your ear on the street? Looks a little dirty.
You know what? Sometimes you never know, you know. But,
yeah.
But honestly, I never heard nobody.
Never heard
that.
anything.
See, I don't associate with too many people, you know.
Yeah, it's good.
I got to keep myself to myself.
Keep your nose clean.
You know.
I mean, not figuratively.
You have to keep yourself in a nice ways, decent ways, you know. Live your life in a nice way.
Treat others like you would like them to treat you.
Right.
Right.
That's true.
But what if you want to blow up every Muslim?
Life is, you know, you have to be decent in life.
Shut up.
All right, turn around for that. Hi. Enjoying the cooler weather?
Wow.
So,
Anthony's line didn't work.
Why don't we talk about boners?
What's the topic of the day today?
Boners.
Wait.
Holy shit with the fucking dog. Just
shut up already.
Shut your dog up!
Shut your dog up!
Holy shit.
That's the guy that looks like the Great Adventure guy goes through every morning and ties his dog up there.
Oh, is that it? He looks like the guy that dances in the Great Adventure commercials. Yeah, that guy. And he ties his dog up about an inch. He gives him an inch of leash. And he barks until his owner comes back
It's
out.
just annoying. Shut it up or leave it home.
It's just going right through you.
Yeah, it's driving me nuts.
Opie,
It's driving me nuts.
you're the expert. I know you're wearing sneakers today, but what do you say? Go up one to the liver?
Believe me, I would love to. There he is.
There he is. Look at him.
Shut your dog up!
I hate that old guy.
Do you notice that your dog is bothering everybody, sir? Or are you oblivious?
Oh, Fred Mertz is angry.
Well, you know what? Don't tie your dog up where it's going to bark and bug everyone. Let it shit on your bedding. I hate dogs. Fucking shit all over the sidewalk, and I happen to walk barefoot on my hands and feet.
But you got to give him credit for those plaid pants he's wearing and that red shirt.
Oh, he's awful.
Old people just lose their mind when it comes to getting dressed after a while. Does he understand he just looks ridiculous?
He looks like a victim.
Right.
That says attack me.
That he's coming this way.
Oh,
Here he
shit.
comes. Here he comes.
You should ask him nicely.
Sir.
Your dog was barking.
Sir, did you notice your dog barks a lot? Your dog is very loud, sir. Did you? Did you notice? I'm very loud.
Not everyone likes dogs, sir.
That's right.
Tough guy.
Tough guy.
The guy's 80.
I swear he looks just like the Great Adventure commercial guy.
What happens to
The
your
Six Flags guy?
What happens to your comeback skills in life?
Oh, they
You're
just
very
go
loud.
away.
You're very loud.
He's got Alzheimer's of the comeback.
You just repeat
You're
what you
very
said.
loud.
right.
Didn't you say that? I don't know. I can't remember anything. I just shit myself.
Your dog was barking. Yeah, your dog barks. All right, you got me.
And erect our boner talk with our new friends.
Yeah, well,
another day.
Sir, take care.
We want to talk about that. What you do at your boners. We're dying to know.
Yeah, we want to know. Think about that. That's your homework assignment.
Okay.
And we know you're not busy working, so you can think about that.
All right. When I get my chance, I'll do that.
Yeah, think about what you do with your boners.
Okay.
You think about what you do at your boners.
Hey, you. Why
All right. That guy's comebacks ruled.
That guy is so confused, that old guy. His dog's getting on the bus, and the old guy's shitting on the corner.
That's actually not confusion. It's the way it's meant to be. I hate that stupid dog.
That's a good look in this country in this day and age. The turban. Can we
Those guys
just
are
get rid of the turban? It's
might-
just making people angry.
You might want it to leave that home today.
I know, they're Sikhs. Shut up. Hi, how about this day? Beautiful, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. No one cares.
Hello. Guys.
Truly a melting pot.
Yeah. Shit and garbage.
Exactly.
Hot garbage and sizzling.
Wow. Hi. Wow, this is a short little guy.
Where's
Jimmy? Look at this.
Aw, you're adorable.
You're adorable.
Put a white suit on and make him ring a bell.
What are you selling today, sir?
The food.
What is that for?
The restaurant.
They platform shoes?
Torino?
Yes.
Where's Torino?
Torino.
Is it a short walk up the street?
Huh?
It's a short walk up the street?
No.
No? Is it a little place?
Yes.
Yeah?
Cool.
That's good.
I heard their menu dwarfs the one next door.
Does it?
Thank you.
No hablo inglés.
Oh, no habla inglés.
No, habla español.
¿A poquito?
Nada.
¿Nada?
¿Yo español?
Oh, poquito.
Ok, háblame español entonces.
Sí.
Ay, caramba, cuando leído mi cuatro no encuentro nada.
O dice 4 o 5, no sabe nada.
Torino, ¿está bien?
Está bien. Buena comida para ti.
Good food.
Yes,
Yeah,
es
good place to
para
eat.
desayuno y hay comida de lunch y hay buena comida y sabrosa y fresco todo.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
He
Todo.
said, I speak a little Spanish.
You
He
can
says,
eat outside?
Bueno. Todo bueno. Todo al día, no viejo comida.
Sir, has a pedophile offered you candy recently?
That's good.
Llamo Torino.
I'd like for him to lean against the sliding glass door.
Quieren ir a comer allá, es
Shoot
barata la
himself.
comida para ustedes.
hey, sir, you're short.
Ya, tú estás grandote.
You're
grande.
You're too tall.
All right, you're short.
Ya, tú grande.
But
Tú gringo. Tú gringo.
You're short, but do you
Tú eres,
have...
mira, tú eres, listen, tú eres frío. Tú eres frío.
What's that?
Tú eres mucho hielo.
I don't know. You're
Yeah, too frío.
you're too white
I'm too white?
No, you're cold, no hot.
and you're cold.
Oh, no, I just want to know about what's
Mi
going on.
chiquito, pero hot.
He's got a big cock than you.
No.
He's got a bigger. He's gonna fuck you in the ass. Holy shit! He's trying to fuck over me in the ass. This guy's got balls. I like him.
I've been wanting to do that for years,
this
sir.
guy. He spins Opie around, tries to fuck him in the ass.
Hey, way to
Ok,
go.
que les vaya bien a todos y vayan a buscar hombre ahí en la 14, ahí hay muchos maricones.
Call you a big faggot. Oh, that's hysterical.
Club Soda Kenny
That's funny shit.
allows Oak to be raped by a
wow.
midget. That's why he ran over to rescue him. He was fine.
He doesn't speak English, but he knows the...
God damn, it's not funny.
The
language
universal
of love.
language of the cock.
Yeah.
The guy, he tells you his cock's bigger and then turns you around and tries to fuck you.
Gives you a good humping.
God damn.
Bravo!
I like
Bravo,
that guy.
senor, bravo!
We'd like a man who will fuck us in the ass to straighten us out.
The guy's half the size of anyone here. Big dopey Kenny towering over him, and he spins Opie around and tries to fuck him in the
Yeah,
ass.
but his face just went in Opie's ass because he's so short. Gave him a good nosing.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, Mandels.
It just, you never know.
Those shoes should come with AIDS.
Oh, God.
Ugh.
And here we go. We're getting close to XM.
We'll cross. Good thing we didn't go on the other side of the street. We'd have missed a homeless guy and a little short Mexican.
Little fella.
And the old guy with the dog.
And the old guy with the dog.
Dogs.
Puppy!
I like dachshunds.
Look
Hello.
how cute that dog is.
That's right.
It's been a fine walk today.
Drop something, miss. Oh, I nailed her. I fucking
she almost walked into a
nailed her.
van that was turning.
That would have been the ultimate joke.
Yeah. That stupid head of Nussbaum hair of hers. Plastered to a grill.
Oh. The old bus stop. A lot of people here today. Wow.
Wait a minute. Someone's got to be brave enough to ask.
What? What?
Steal those babies?
Something doesn't make sense there.
Oh, what? Was she holding a white baby?
2.
Dog's got a
One of these things is not like the others. No new posters to goof on today.
Nope, number 2. Saw the trailer for it. Jackass.
Okay.
Number 2. Looks pretty funny.
Yeah.
Johnny Knoxville is putting a blindfold on, and he's just standing, and out of nowhere, a bull comes and just plows right into him.
Hey, it's the Chopper Dudes!
There they are.
Chopper Dudes!
American Chopper. What's up, gentlemen? How you doing? Yeah, where are the assholes?
What's up, bro? How you doing, buddy?
What's up, man?
You're going to be on our show in a little while.
Yeah, it's a hell of a how do you do.
I'm looking forward to it.
This isn't usually how we greet the guests.
Nice to meet you, by the way. Opie. Pleasure, Mike. All right, Mike.
Anthony, how you doing, Mike?
How you doing, Anthony?
What's up, man? How you doing?
All right,
There he is.
How are you?
How you doing, man?
How you doing, buddy? All right, man.
Hey.
How are you?
From Rockland County originally.
There you are.
Oh, yeah, they don't care.
And Jimmy Norden.
All right, the Chopper Dudes are outside. They're going to join the show.
Yeah, going to join the show.
I think they were
Bring
going
them
to
up,
get,
treat them nicely.
I think they're going to get coffee or something. We'll see them in a little bit. And that concludes the walk to XM Satellite Radio.
Opie and Anthony, XM 202.
Masochist.
That sucks.
Lesbian.
I like that in a woman.
And every other kind of deviant.
I love paying for sex.
This moral decay weakens our resistance to the onslaught of the communist masters of deceit.
We're a bunch of scumbags.
These abnormalities are corrupting the minds and the hearts of our children.
Jackass. I can't believe it. It's pedophile humor.
It's depressing and horrendous. It's awful.
A bunch of idiots.
Perversion for profit.
Here it comes! The Opie and Anthony program.
El virus de Opie and Anthony.
God, that irritates me.
It's just like somebody took a bath to my brain.
We're the only radio show that makes you want to hate us.
Opie.
I want my coffee.
Anthony.
I want that fact.
Jim Norton.
I want Ozzy.
We are going to dumb this thing down to the point that we're going to be #1 with Down syndrome children.
Hysterical.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Man, that little Mexican had me rolling. Oh, was he funny.
The phones are lit. A lot of people can speak Spanish out there. Larry in North Carolina.
What's up, boys?
What's up, Larry?
I just wanted to say that Opie being anally penetrated on the streets of New York equals best walkover ever.
Yeah, that was a good one. That guy had some set. He just grabbed Opie, spins him around, and starts humping his ass.
The guy was barely 5, maybe 5 foot, 5'1".
Dude, you're putting him that tall? I put him in the high 4s.
The high 4s?
Yeah.
He was hilarious.
Just a little Mexican.
All right. Let's go to Matt in Alabama. Matt.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey.
Hey, he called you a fucking faggot.
Yeah.
Well, I was asking about his cock.
Yeah, he called you a faggot in Spanish.
And he definitely...
Y'all should learn Spanish.
Well, he's calling me a faggot, but he's doing the faggot move. He wanted a piece of me, man.
Well, that's what he was calling himself while he was doing it.
Oh, really? Did he say he had a big one or what?
No, man, I didn't hear that part of it. I walked in on the last part when he called you a faggot.
All right. Thank you, sir. Let's go to Chris in New York. Chris, what's up?
Morning, boys.
Hey.
I think we're going to have to send Kenny for some Spanish lessons so that he can protect you, but they'll have to just teach him very slowly.
All right. Didn't take long.
Doug in Minnesota.
Hey, when did Voss learn how to speak Spanish?
The phone's
we found out how a Mexican ends a first date.
Yeah, he got a little.
Good recovery. All right, let's go to Josh in Florida. Josh?
Hey, boys.
Hey.
I just wanted to say between the horny Mexican midget and the Six Flags dude, one of the best walkovers ever.
Yeah,
By the way, fullblownaids.com is the best Opie and Anthony site there is.
Right on, bro.
We go after all the tough targets. 80-year-old men and midgets that don't understand a word we're saying.
Jeff in Pennsylvania. Jeff?
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, I just want to let you guys know I almost broke my freaking foot at the gym a couple nights ago because of you guys.
The foot thing on my foot.
I was listening to the Mondo Topless bit on Tuesday, and right when I heard that narrator say Norwegian nymph, I lost my mind and I dropped the freaking weight on my damn foot, and it's all bruised.
Yeah, we're going to get more of that audio in maybe another week.
Are you guys doing more you guys are doing more volumes?
No.
Yeah, maybe one, maybe two more. Maybe. We're,
all right.
It's running out of steam, but we'll see what else we got for that. Thanks, Jeff. All right. We got the Orange County Chopper dudes here.
Oh, boy.
How great is it to have all guests and they show up on time, ready to go?
It's a little weird, right?
I know. I'm not used to it.
Oh, boy.
What happened?
I see the dump sheet.
What happened?
There was a couple of things that maybe were taken out of context.
Oh, boy.
That could have been left in, but
I think there was one
weren't.
mistake.
Bob Kelly wouldn't shut up with his poo. How long of a dump was that?
It's actually the most clever bit he has in his act. Just spit my almonds in his dumb face.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Well, can we have the little thing?
Music?
Live from the Opie and Anthony Show studios, the Daily Dump Report.
Just our own blithering idiot Steve. It's 7:15. Giving oral to a really old man. Saying oral is okay, but giving or receiving is not. So you could just go, oral! Oral! Oral!
Polo.
You just have to talk. You just have to say, remember that pitcher, Mr. Hershiser?
That's right.
You can't use it in any context. Okay, hold on. Try to pull out an old 20-year-old Dodger player joke.
That's true.
7:48 a.m. Have a girl poo on his chest. Poo, 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 poopy. Bob Kelly on the phone. And 11:29 a.m. Well, what controversy? Here's the quote. When he finally came, he made her face all messy. And a reference to her face looking like it was covered in mayonnaise and in her hair. Opie reading an instant feedback during a segment on dating. In this context, came is clearly a reference to ejaculation and not a reference to finally showing up for the date. But I do believe it was when he finally came, he made her face all messy. He was talking about how late he was. And then when he finally came, got to the house.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. I thought I was going to get dumped out on the fist line. Because I said, going to give her the fist.
Punching girls is okay.
But I didn't clarify. Punching girls is all. We could talk all day about slamming a girl in the face with your fist.
Right.
But you can't talk about using your fist to pleasure anybody.
Very nice.
And that was dumped out of.
All right, let's say hi to Steve in Texas.
Hey, boys.
Hey.
Hey, isn't that twice in the last week you've been raped now?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow. You are some victim. I think you're asking for it now. You're a whore.
It's how I'm dressing. I'll admit it.
All right, I'm out.
The rape video's up on OpieandAnthony.com.
When Opie does the tapless, the Mexicans just can't stay away.
That guy had me laughing hard. We take a quick break
hard.
and get the guys in because they got here early.
Yeah, we'll do that.
They shouldn't sit around. It's the Orange County Choppers. The guys are here, and we'll talk to them in just a few minutes on the Opie and Anthony Show.
What the hell is going on?
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Quiet, sir. Check this out.
Try again, dumbass.
Big Yellow wants some fun.
Yeah, big whoop, no one cares. Go F yourself.
Okay, Jenny.
Oh, man, this is so tense.
You suck.
Thank you very much.
Hey, shut up. You're gonna read it.
Will you guys? I'm going home. That's a winner.
Check, please. This bit's done. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show exclusively on XM Satellite Radio. Very busy day today.
Is it?
It is. We got the gang from Orange County Choppers in studio. Club Soda Kenny, one of our guys, a huge fan of the show, by the way, so he wanted to say hi to you guys.
Yeah. And I watch with my boys all the time. We don't miss an episode. The way you work those tools is terrific.
Those tools.
You're talking about
no, I'm not talking about his sons. I'm talking about the wrenches and stuff.
Right, the wrenches.
What do you like about the show, Kenny?
Yeah. No, they're for real. Like the old man's always yelling at everybody.
Like you?
Yeah, there's like the Fredo brother of the family.
Fredo. Why is he the Fredo brother?
Yeah.
There you're talking about Mikey, right?
Yeah.
Mikey's Fredo?
He's a cool guy, but there's always the black sheep of the family, And I think he's the first to admit it.
Mikey?
I'm the black sheep.
Why would that mic work?
I think I'm more of a Tom Higgins.
Why would the mic work? No, of course not.
Sorry, Tom, you're out.
Hold on. We have to turn mics on.
And then the other brother's like the brains of the family.
Is that
he
on?
gets like all the work done because the old man, he should take it easy now. He goes, he lifts weights, and then he just looks around. Is my shop clean? You better clean the shop up.
That's a great.
Chrome this, do that.
Do that.
He just yells he's barking out orders all the time.
You've really simplified the show.
Yeah, I break it down to street level.
Yeah, I see that.
I've never seen you gushing before. This is as excited as he's ever been about a guest.
No, these are cool dudes. Are you a 1%er?
What's a 1%er?
You're not.
No. Oh, okay.
No, you're not.
All right. No, because, you got tats and everything.
You're a 1%er.
An idiot.
Yeah, exactly. 1% of the population is as stupid as you are.
1% of brain capacity.
These guys have no idea. We've never seen Kenny excited before.
Ever.
Is that right?
Never. He's like our bodyguard.
Security guy. He's dumb as dirt, but he could kill somebody in a second.
We've had Ozzy in here, a lot of major people, and he's never done anything but professional, and he's gushing.
These guys ride motorcycles, for Pete's sakes.
I've watched the episode.
They do a lot of good things. They built a 911 bike. They built one for the Yankees. They go down to Bike Week.
Yeah.
These are like macho men.
Yeah, they're building one for
Seen the
Caddyshack, the Caddyshack bike.
What about the O&A bike? What are you guys, chop liver?
Maybe someday.
Yeah, well, when you compare it to 9/11 and Caddyshack, yeah, which kind of falls short.
They were probably thinking about it, and now they've met us and like, oh, we're not going to build a bike for these.
No, they realize you have the #1 national radio talk show. That's why they're on your show.
Wow, look how excited he
My
is.
son just gets all smooth.
Yeah. Well,
These
they
guys,
got a big... I'm talking.
Whoa. Hey. Come here, Spider. You got balls, Spider. Come here.
No, they got a big TV show for years now. How many seasons?
We're going on our 4th season now.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Are all the mics working now?
I don't think this mic is on.
Oh, gosh.
I don't think any of these mics are on. Is my mic on?
Hold on.
I vaguely hear that one. Why would they work?
Why would they?
Yeah, we'll just yell.
We're getting the fuck out
Can
of
we
here.
move that?
Yeah, right?
Move
Can't
that.
have fucking mics that work for us.
Yeah.
So that one.
Do you have a question for these guys before we?
No. Listen, I overstepped my bounds. I'll turn it back over to
Certainly
the real
did.
celebrities, and I'll go fetch your, stuff and do my menial tasks. I just wanted to say hello. It's a pleasure to meet you guys. Continued success.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. You're a fan, dude.
Yeah, ask a question.
Who's got the biggest hog?
Jesus.
All right.
Don't you call hogs motorcycles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what'd you think I was thinking?
That was clever.
All right, Ken.
Get him the fuck out of here.
Give me that because I'm going to use this one. I'm going to share it with you guys.
I got it. My mic's working.
Oh, it
now.
is? Okay.
Okay, good.
You're okay?
Yeah, mine's
they're all
working
good.
too.
There we go.
Everybody.
I don't think... Is this one working?
I can hear you.
Yeah, you're on.
Thumbs up for everybody now.
Perfect.
My problem when I watch the show is it's everything I'm not. Like I'm watching men do like real man things with motorcycles, and I'm the fucking most incompetent, non-coordinated.
You have to have somebody fill up your washer fluid in your car, right?
Dude,
You can't even lift the
I
hood.
can't comprehend the life.
Have you ever lifted the hood of your own car?
No, I don't lift the hood unless there's a clit under it. I have no desire. No, I have not.
I don't think any of us work on our own cars.
I used to.
Yeah, right.
Back when I made a Baja Bug out of a Volkswagen many years ago. Got the Sawzall out, cut it up, put the fiberglass on there, the nice KC highlighters up. I used to get the J.C. Whitney catalog all the time. And I used to do man stuff before I turned fag doing this goddamn radio show. Your hands are soft.
Yeah, from counting money.
Counting money all your life, Mr. Hooper.
So you guys have a show. It's just basically about what you do in life anyway. Like, this is what you'd be doing even if you didn't
on
have
or
the
off
show.
camera, same.
Yeah, now how did they pick up on this? Because obviously you guys have been doing this. Someone just doesn't knock on your door and go, hey, you want to do this on TV?
No, basically
they did.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
that's kind of how it happened.
Yeah.
I mean, they called us up. I guess they had Jesse James on the West Coast, and he had a Motorcycle Mania, and it did really well. So they were looking for an East Coast builder, and there was a producer that worked with Discovery. He looked online, found us, and 3 days gave a call, said, "You want to do a show?" We said, "Sure." And 3 days later, they were filming at the shop.
That's lucky for them because to get guys with personalities is pretty rough. You think you could find guys that work on bikes that are just dull.
Well, yeah.
You guys kind of keep it exciting and stuff. I mean, when you unload on the boys, I have to turn away. It brings up it conjures up bad memories. It's just like my dad's yelling at me.
No, that's why I watch. You
like the yelling?
Just like I watch NASCAR. I'm convinced that it's going to happen. Have you guys ever fought?
Physically?
Yeah.
No.
Never?
No, man.
No, we
Can't go
Not as far as you know.
Yeah, not as far as you know.
You can't go there. Although, a lot of guys reach an age where they realize that they could kick their dad's ass, but you don't do it.
They haven't
I
reached that
think
age.
you'd have you might have a little trouble there.
I think that's a problem.
That's a real problem.
There's usually somebody to cut it off, There's
Yeah.
enough people around where when it gets too crazy, it
That
gets cut
amazes
off,
me that you guys haven't, had a, altercation.
You know what? This has been going on since I had the steel business before this. These guys were working for me when they were 12 years old.
Yeah.
So it's been going on it wasn't any different there neither. So.
It's the norm.
Yeah.
Wasn't just bikes. You were doing commercial work. And
No, I used to do steel fabrication. Buildings, putting up Home Depots and anything to do with structural steel. And my son Dan runs that company today.
Oh, so you still have that?
Yeah, I still have it. Yeah.
And then how'd you get into the bikes?
I got to the bikes in the early '70s when with my first partner. He was a real bike guy from the city, you know, and we started out in business together. And he like built a bike, you know, the frame, the whole. You know, he really did the whole deal. You know what I mean? So I was kind of in with him when he was doing all that stuff. So that's what really got my interest. And then in 1974, I bought my first Harley.
Yeah,
and I still have it.
You gotta be surprised by how like massive the shop. I mean, these guys are like really famous dudes. Like this.
Oh yeah, you guys get recognized everywhere, right?
Yeah. Especially when
we're actually in 160 countries.
What?
It's been
Yeah,
crazy.
160 countries. Yeah, and it's popular in every country.
Unfortunately, most of our fans are male.
Wow,
we have that same problem.
We definitely relate to the sausage fest.
Right.
Isn't it something you go to a signing or something and it's like, wow, a girl.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Spend some time with us, please.
Even though you're 400 pounds, we'll at least talk to you. Right. We're not gay when we do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same problem we have. It's never like hot chicks that love us while watching Dane cook.
So before the show, did you make things as extravagant as you do now, or TV's really kicked it up?
Actually, he did. He when we first started the business and was down, we just opened up a little building downstairs from my steel shop, and we were going to just do it on a small level. And he came when he used to run the railing shop, and then when he came aboard with me to do some of the fabrication, he kind of decided to do a Spider-Man bike, and that was the first theme bike that was ever done, and that was like even before TV.
Yeah, that was
like the hugest thing out. You know,
that was like a year and a half before the show.
Got a lot of attention.
Yeah, it kind of helped spark that whole thing, and then the theme thing just stuck, and with the show, it works out perfect. You know.
Yeah, because you could always come up with some other.
Yeah, because you're always. It's always you're always doing something different.
People identify with stuff like that, you know.
You make so many bikes. Where do they go? Like, what do you do?
We probably have 90% of them.
Yeah, the big corporations keep theirs. They'll auction them off for their charity or whatever. And then a lot of the bikes we do for like the 911 bike, the fireman bike, we keep
POW bike, all those bikes.
People come to the shop. We got bus tours that come to our store.
Must have a huge showroom, like a museum. Just about.
Right now, we're in the process of building a 100,000 square foot building. Right by the New York State Thruway, and then we'll have, now we have a store, and then we have the shops separately. So everything will be under one roof, and basically we have people there by the hundreds, a lot. You know what I mean? They wait outside all day, and they'll be able to come inside now, and we'll have like a one-way glass where they could actually look in and watch us filming,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
There's a lot of families, It's a big family thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a family thing.
Yeah.
How much do the bikes go for?
Start at 40,000.
Yeah, start at 40,000.
What's the most expensive bike you guys sold?
Real expensive.
Yeah, with the IRS. 41,000.
41,000. I guess you don't want to admit to that, but that's an interesting question, though.
Well, it depends because we do bikes for corporations, so there's a whole package with it.
Okay. We do a lot of corporate bikes on and off air, and it works out
like
good
Lincoln and
because,
stuff like that.
Caterpillar.
They get
what they're looking for, and we get paid. So
and they take them out on their promotional tours, things like that.
Yeah, and
we do appearances, and stuff.
You know how it is. It's not only just a bike, but sometimes in the deal they get limited use of our logo, name and likeness, and things like that. It's like a cross promotional or endorsement type thing.
We just came out with and it'll be the Caddyshack show is next. They did the first one.
It was on Monday. It was awesome.
It was on Monday with Bill Murray. We had Bill Murray.
Wow, that's great. Cool.
And then we have what else is it? What's the next one after that?
Lugs. The boot company.
What makes it a Caddyshack bike without giving away the episode or whatever?
Well, we didn't really.
I'm sure there's a lot of people haven't seen it yet.
We started out like golf course, and it was like cheesy because like golf course, you put flags on it, whatever. Yeah. And then we decided to do a Carl Spackler bike. Right. Way better, kind of just a torn up, tarnished. Kind of around the course type bike, something he might take around to go,
go for hunting.
Yeah, stay.
Yeah, exactly.
But the last show of the third season, we built we always did like one-off bikes, and we just did a bike that he designed, and it'll be you'll see the whole process because we do everything in house now. We build the frames in house. We really have real high technology now and the machinery to do it. So we built a bike that. it'll be distributed to a dealer network, which is something that we've never done before.
And
so it'll be available, anywhere. Certain dealers will be able to carry.
They're going to reproduce it, and
we are.
Yeah, we're going to.
You guys are.
I don't want to say mass, but we're looking at, I think, starting by doing 100, which is a lot for us. We do about 125 bikes a year. So we're just about double our productivity,
The phone's just lit. Let's go to John in Jersey. John?
Hey, what's up, boys? Good morning.
Morning.
Titles, love the show, man. Can't wait for the next season coming up. Got a question for you, though. Are any of the guys in the shop fans of O&A? Because I could swear in the old shop I saw a WoW sticker up on the wall somewhere.
Yes, as a matter of fact, our computer nerds, Eric and Storm, are huge.
Of course it would be the nerd. What is this? Emperor Storm, a.k.a. Mr. Roboto.
Yeah. And Eric the Buttnut.
There you go.
Let's go to...
So if you guys could say hello to them.
Hello, boys.
Hey, guys.
What up? How weird is it to be sitting here with your dad? Like, you're talking about, like, seasons and all this stuff. Like, you had no show business aspirations, right? You guys were just, like, hanging out and just, working with your father.
Mikey used to film himself when he was younger. He would do, like, cooking skits. Like, what the hell was that?
Yeah,
just
little skits and stuff.
Who was that?
Cooking stuff?
Yeah, who was
Childs. Something Childs.
Julia Childs?
What was the skater one we did?
Like? We did a Nancy Kerrigan thing.
Yeah, where he fell down the stairs. Paulie hit him and he went down the stairs. It was holding his knee.
Yeah.
On skates.
It was lots of fun.
Yeah, if you a couple of clowns with a camcorder, you're always going to just goof around with it. I used to do the same thing, And then, but to be approached and do real television, that must have been a little odd from just coming from construction and then motorcycles.
It was shocking,
Yeah,
it was like shocking,
166 countries.
Yeah.
You want to know the funniest thing? We had a conversation when Jesse James came out with his show. It was probably a year before we got our show. And we actually had a conversation about how no one would ever want to watch us doing what we do, like how flat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we had nothing exciting, because he was all, like, tough and...
Flash.
Yeah, he had, like, tattoos, and he, like, had pit bulls and Shark Tanks. And we were like, man, nobody's going to want to watch us. Like,
you got a welder.
Even if it ever did happen, it
father
wouldn't
and
be
son,
any good.
right? How boring.
And then, see where it gets you. What's the hardest part of, is it the design, the actual construction? Have you ever gotten halfway through a project and you go, oh, boy, this stinks?
The hardest part for me is getting up in the morning.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. Okay.
What time?
Jeez. If I want to get in on time, I got to get up at 6.
This is how dumb I am. I actually am thinking they all, like, live together and just wake up and they're there. I'm 38 years
at
old.
the shop, almost.
But I honestly got when you said get in there.
There would be real fist fights then.
I don't know why would I think that. What an ass.
You are an idiot.
Hey, let's go back to the phones here. DJ in Atlanta. DJ.
Hey, what's up, boys?
What's up?
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Hey, man, thanks.
Hey, I got a question for OCC boys. I got a buddy that met Junior once at one of the bike stops, and he'd asked if y'all really fight like that in real life, and the answer was no, that y'all just basically do it for the TV. I just was kind of wanting verification on that.
No, that's absolutely
great show.
I think anybody
you would be a great actor
could figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We must be
pretty
really
obvious.
good actors.
Yeah.
The original.
There's no script to our show.
Yeah, you could tell the authentic anger.
No. Yeah,
that
no
comes
script.
out.
That was the original appeal of the show because nobody knew who these guys were. But you remember the big white mustache, the tattoos, and him screaming at somebody, and you're like, how do you not watch
You
this?
know, I honestly believe today that we're still the only real reality show on TV.
Yeah,
I don't think that, and
raw.
most of those shows have a little bit of script to them. We have none.
Yeah,
no
you know what, too? I mean, we even got great guys. I mean, you think we hired Vinny just to be a character on the show, the way the show plays out. I mean, great, Jason Poole. We got all these great guys. I mean, they just came along due to necessity of growth in the company.
Right.
And, if they work out on TV, it's great. If they don't, well, then they're, serving a purpose for the company. But we just get this mix, and you got these quiet guys and funny guys. I mean, you just got such a mix of personalities. It just works,
Yeah. Let's go to Bill in Minnesota. Bill?
Hey, guys, huge fans. I was just thinking while I was on hold, you guys could make an XM bike, but then it would be the first bike that never worked. But
way to hurt my feelings, sir.
Way to.
Yeah, like I said, I'm a huge fan, and I finally reached a point in my life I can afford one of these things. I'm dead serious here. I'd like to have one made. How do I go about it? I mean, do you guys do anything with the general public? and custom making stuff?
Yeah, no doubt. Just send us a check, $1 million check, made out to cash,
and we'll get to it.
No, actually, when you call the shop, we have a guy named Mike Burkhouse and Tommy Joyce. They handle all that, and we do a lot of. But people think that we're unreachable. You know what I mean? But it's really not the case. We do tons of bikes for people. You know, regular guys off the street, blue collar guys. You know what I mean? We do a lot of bikes just for the average people.
Yeah, I mean, you can get a bike from us just like any of the other builders, and really we're priced lower than a lot of them. So we're not unobtainable as far as bikes go, you know.
Well, I'll definitely call, and I did have a chance to shake Paul Sr.'s hand about a year ago, and if you guys have not had a chance to, this guy's got some beat hooks on him.
Yeah, I can't stop. He has a dog tattooed. It's actual size.
He's a big dog too.
When is the last time, or has it been that when you really belted somebody?
Nah,
long time,
yeah.
Those arms are really. I would want to be slapped. You wouldn't even have to hit people. You should just slap people. That's what I would do.
I slap Mikey every once in a while, right?
Yeah, I get slapped.
You get slapped around a little bit.
I deserve it.
What are you
Unpleasant.
Let's go to
I was passed over.
I'm smart.
Let's go to Tony. What's up, Tony?
Hey, I was wondering, why aren't you guys out in Sturgis right now?
You know what? Because we're filming, and the filming takes up a lot of our time, and you know we're on a schedule, so it gets harder and harder to make it to these events, you know. And honestly, we kind of miss doing that, you know, but it's too demanding, you know.
Yeah, but plus we're doing the OCC in America tour. We kind of got these different locations. The first one we did in Tempe. Just recently we did Spokane, Washington. The next one is
Nashville,
Tennessee, and then we're doing
Austin, Texas.
Do you kind of miss the fact that you used to be able to go to these events and just be kind of the guys that are hanging out and look at the bikes
we don't get to
walk
do that.
around? Now
Absolutely.
It's just
happen.
Now you guys just insanity. It's especially at something like that where everybody knows exactly who you are, wants to meet you, wants an autograph.
They must love you.
It's exciting. I mean, these people are, you know, all these people who come to these events and come see us. That's why we wouldn't have a show if they weren't watching.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's really due to them. But
they do
at
miss
the same time,
anonymity.
you miss. The only thing, the big thing that you lose. Is you don't have no privacy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's part of the deal.
The nice thing about the tour, like we do a tour, OCC in America tour, is that we do a live show on stage, and we actually build a bike on stage, and somebody wins it.
Yeah.
But the best part about that, there's the audience feels like they're part of what you're doing.
Yeah.
When you sign autographs all day, sometimes people wait in line 6 hours, and to look at the top of your head. So they don't really, people get mad because they never get the opportunity to, reach you. So with the show, everybody's feels like they're part of the show, and they are because we get them involved,
Yeah. I mean, we've had events where we draw 50,000-60,000 people to an event, and there's no way you could. They're all there to see you, and you can't see them. So this way, we get up on stage, we do our thing, and I come out. The initiation is I come out with Jason, and we design a bike with the entire audience. We got this whole process, a big 25-foot screen, and we do the whole process like we do in the beginning of the show, design the bike, and then we build it for them.
I had no idea that was going on. That's pretty cool.
Can we piggyback your success? I want to find a way to latch onto their success with our dirty little claws.
Anthony,
you're just the man to do it, Jim.
Aunt, your sister's on the line.
What does Dawny want?
This is Aunt's sister, Dawn, yes. Dawn.
Hey. I absolutely love these guys, so it's not just a guy thing.
Good. Well, that's encouraging.
I think you love them for another reason, huh?
No, the show is awesome.
You like those big muscles.
Big biceps.
Well, that too. But I love watching, another dysfunctional family. It's great.
Yeah. It makes everyone feel normal.
Yeah. But I also wanted to know, what do you think about, American Hot Rod came out after you guys, and I feel like there's a lot of these reality shows that are just trying to be scripted as dysfunctional. What do you think about that?
I think everybody and their brother has tried to copy us right out of the gate. As soon as our success was there, boom, they came out with Southern Steel, I think, and they try to do it identical. You know what I mean?
That's what TV does, man.
Yeah, that's how it works.
The thing of it is that everybody failed.
Yeah. You know what
everybody
happened?
failed.
You know how it worked basically was our own Discovery Channel was basically doing that, and we were like, well, why are you going to do another American Hot Rod or, something kicked off of our show? But if they don't do it, another channel's going to do it.
Going to do it, so
it's like,
yeah, but they all go by the wayside because it's not authentic.
Listen, you can't recreate what we have. It's just you could hire actors and everything, but it just
and everybody's aware of that.
We're in talks to do a mini bike show that's going to compete against you guys. So
there you go.
I stopped on motorcycles when I was 15. I was riding a moped, and like a queer, the mirror caught a parked car, and I fell and skinned my dumb knees.
Yeah, you guys are talking to the wrong guys because that happened to Jimmy. I was on a mini bike when I was 12 or 13. I panicked. I didn't know how to stop the thing. Ended up in sticker bushes. It's a legendary story. My family had somewhere between 25 and 30 stitches all over my face and my head. Never got on two wheels again.
I have a great mini bike story, too. I was riding around in Southern California on my mini bike, and my pull starter snapped. So I took the cover off, and you know how you got the flywheel with the fan on it? It's like the sharp fan. I figured if I turned the bike around, now I'm facing front, and use my foot and just spun the wheel with my foot, it would kick over. And it did. But now the throttle's reversed. So I think it's down because I'm facing the front of the bike, but it's gunned. The thing spun around, and that sharp flywheel, now exposed, hit my shin. And just like, wham, I felt like I was shot in the leg. Dropped the bike, like hobbled to the hospital where they stitched it up, came back, and it was gone.
And that was it.
The mini bike was gone.
That was horrible. Anthony, I remember that. Listen, I got to go to work, but
work.
This was more exciting than talking to Ace Young from American Idol for me.
Thank you.
That's saying something.
Yeah. Bye, Dawn.
All right.
Bye, Dawny.
Bye.
Let's
little sister.
Let's say hi to Anthony in New York. Anthony.
Hey. Yo.
Hey.
Hey, man.
What's up, guys? O&A, you guys rock. I actually work for Paul Senior, feeding his horses, taking care of his horses.
You do.
And,
you sound good and drunk.
Yeah.
Not doing
that work. No, I just want to say Paul Senior's a nice guy.
Thank you.
Kiss his ass right now.
You're looking for a raise, are you?
It scares me, so that's all I want. I got nothing.
Wait, dude. What do you do with the horses? Like when he puts them out to stud, are you the one that goes back with the bucket and gets what they?
That's what I do. I mean, whatever I got to do, that's what I do. So I get a little pleasure out of it. The horse gets pleasure out of it. What the hell?
All right, buddy.
Hey, what was the worst idea you guys had for a bike and realized, we can't do this. This is stupid.
Gosh, we've had to do some that we didn't really want to.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you name any of those?
No.
How about one?
Hey, we're excited to do this one.
How about one that you did, not that you didn't want to do, but that you probably wouldn't have thought to do yourself unless it was brought to you?
I mean, a lot of the corporate stuff, some of my favorite.
The My Little Pony bike?
Yeah, you get... it's tough. I mean, people, what we find a lot? There's so many worthy causes out there. Everybody, people get behind causes for one reason or another. It affects their lives or whatever. Mm-hmm. And, man, we just get a million requests for every kind of... every kind of disease and all the cancer. I mean, just over and over and over.
You probably want to do that, but you got to have an uplifting, fun show. You can't just have disease bikes.
Yeah, not only
all the time,
Well, not only that. I mean, you got to kind of pick some charities and stick with them and just kind of go that direction. We do a lot with Make-A-Wish Foundation. And that's awesome.
In the military,
kids
we do
come
a lot
down to
with
the
the
shop.
military.
And,
very cool.
Yeah, just
Would you guys build a lesbian bike?
I would.
Why not?
Yeah, why not, right?
Hey,
just something over the top where everyone looking at home goes,
wait a
they're
minute,
losing their mind.
What happened to these
Wait
guys?
until the ratings slip.
Right. The sensational shows.
Yeah, right. And we'll just dump it.
You leave the headlights the way they are, then you put a mullet on it. That's what you got to do. You guys, who does the painting for you guys?
Nubs.
Yeah,
Oh, man, is your artwork good on this
Nub
bike.
Graphics
Amazing.
over in
He's
Walden. Yeah, he is good, man. Nubby's great.
How many of you are married? I don't know. I'm not that familiar.
The one that's married's not here, Dan.
Oh, you guys are all okay.
Yeah.
So there's got to be some kind of like a chick input. There's got to be some kind of like getting laid jump up factor, especially for you two dudes. Man. It's gotta be.
Are you talking about groupies?
Yeah, man. I mean, just from being that famous, because I'm thinking, like, even if a girl isn't a fan of the show, she's walked in when her brother, her boyfriend was watching, she knows who you are. So that's got to be, like, fantastic.
You ever been up to, like, Unadilla? Let me tell you. One in a million. You'll see a good one, but the bike gathering.
Hey, we got
there, man. A lot of flapjacks that you don't want to see going around.
All right, hold on. This
Something
could be
about the rumble of the bike effect on girls' breasts that just I don't know what it is. Flattens them out.
See, the fact they're doing crank for 3 days in a row and they just fucking fall asleep.
This
Pass
could
out
get
on the floor.
This could get interesting. We got a big fan of these guys on the line.
Okay.
Flavor Flav.
Oh,
Flav.
yeah.
Flavor Flav.
Yo, what's poppin'? What's poppin'? Good morning.
Good morning, bro.
Hey, Flav.
Good morning, guys. How y'all doing? Opie Anthony, what's poppin'?
What's up? We're talking to the Orange County Chopper guys.
The Orange, yo, those are my boys.
What's up?
Orange County Chopper guys.
Yeah.
They say they still flies. That's right. Those are my boys, man.
You know, Flavor, you should have him make a skank hoe bike for you.
Hey, yo,
one that drops logs out of its exhaust pipe. Maybe.
Hey, yo, listen. If they was to ever make me a bike like that, I will ride it through the state of California gracefully.
They got to make a ghetto bike,
Big
man.
clock on the front.
Right.
Hey, yo, Willie, how you guys doing?
All right. How about yourself, Flav? Doing all right?
Yeah, man, your man is doing more than better right now, man. I mean, hey, man, with the highest rated show on VH1.
I know. We know all about it. We were just talking about that
on the way
down.
All right, then we're all in on this one.
Yeah, we're on the way down here. Our managers, no, who brought it up?
Yeah, our manager did,
said you got, what was it, like 9 or something like
you guys
that?
had some crazy rating.
Ridiculous.
It was the highest ever, right?
Yeah.
Ever on what was it? VH1.
VH1 Flavor of Love Season 2.
You're the man,
Flav.
Yes, sir.
What a start to the second season.
Oh.
We played all the audio yesterday and goofed on it. We had a lot of fun.
Hey, man, I just want to thank all y'all, first of all, for watching me. I want to thank everybody that watched me, man, because if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be in this position. Second of all, this is what I moved out to California for, to do TV and movies, but accidentally, I didn't mean to become number one like this, but I wanted to be a number one person all the time, you know.
Well, you did a great job because when you start out a show with a woman shitting on the floor, where are you going to go from there?
Honestly, you're going to go away from the house.
That was hilarious. Everyone started smelling something, and she crapped on the floor, picked it up, and ran away before she could get caught, but the cameras caught her.
I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you all the truth, too, guys. Yes, they did have to water it down for television, but you got to see the unedited version. It shows the doo-doo on the stairs and everything.
Is that like in the extras of the DVD you can actually see the shit on the rug?
No, not only that, you can actually see 6 extra cameras catching her ass picking that shit up off the floor.
You gotta send that to us.
God, is that rank?
Did she? Now, how come? Like, she dropped the log on the and picked it up and scooted away. Did she drop one on the steps too?
Yeah, the one on the steps was extra. That was something that the thong couldn't hold.
Oh, it fell out. She wasn't done yet, so she. Her hand, she was running up the stairs, and one more milk dud fell out.
Up the stairs, it was bloop, bloop, bloop.
That's right. One milk dud fell out on the stairs while the other one was melting in her hand.
God, is that disgusting.
Hey, a great start to the second season. I'm really bummed that you kicked out the ghetto chick that beat up the white girl.
Hey, man, well, see, you know, I just had to, let everybody know. I keep it real, You come in my crib and you starting a fight or whatever, man. If you throw the first punch, you got to go.
She's a live wire, though, man. She would have gave you some good TV.
Hey, yo, she did give me good TV. Did you see the prayer that she was doing?
Yeah.
Oh, my
praying
God.
to God.
How are you going to pray to God and be cursing at the same time?
She's praying to God to give her the strength not to kick this girl's ass.
Wait, if you got like 30 seconds, I can play that clip really fast. I got it right in front of me.
You got to hear that.
Listen to this again from Flavor of Love,
mind.
Episode 1, Season 2. After the big fight, the black girl is praying to God before she talks to Flav.
Please forgive me for any sins in which I committed, those I know of and those I don't know of, Lord. Lord, please forgive me for beating this bitch ass today, Lord. Lord, please forgive me for thinking about beating her ass again, Lord. Please rebuke all these demons that's in this house, Lord. I pray.
Is that really necessary?
Lord, you better quit interrupting my prayers before God direct me to whoop your ass.
God direct me. Before God direct me to kick your ass. Amen.
Flavor Flav.
Yeah, you're on to something, bro.
Hey, I was just reading an article about you yesterday, and, man, you've had a hell of a 3 or 4 years. You were living with your mom on Long Island before all this hit?
Yeah, man. You know, I went through a little something, man, back up in New York before I moved out to L.A.
Yeah, we read about it.
Well, he was living up in the Bronx with one of his chicks in a really small place and going nowhere fast. And then you moved back home with your mom on Long Island, and then Hollywood came a-calling.
Yeah, man. Honestly, Hollywood came a-calling, and I came calling Hollywood.
And any wants and warrants, or can you visit New York again?
Huh?
Any wants and warrants, or are you allowed to visit New York again?
Oh, nah, man. I always go back home, man.
Yeah, you cleared all that up?
Yeah, he was in studio, so.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened to all the Public Enemy money? You guys were tremendously successful.
I mean, there's still a little bit trickling around, but hey, you know how that goes.
He got into some hardcore stuff.
Oh, okay.
You do realize also how people can kind of get their claws into things when you're new.
Yeah.
You guys get a good deal right from the start, or did you have to get a little bit of power and then?
No, we got a really good deal.
You did?
Yeah. I know, but he was just asking a question to the Chopper guys there.
Yeah, because a lot of guys get screwed.
No.
Sounds like a good idea.
We were the example for everybody else what not to do.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, as far as licensing and all that stuff, our licensing, we have 70 licensees, and everything you see with Orange County Choppers on it is ours.
Oh, that's great.
So
good. You didn't.
From day one, we keep 100% of what's ours, and that turned out to be the brand. So we've done well with it.
Because I'm sure they came across to you saying, "Hey, if you."
They wanted everything. We told them we wouldn't do it.
Good.
So they gave us everything we wanted.
Yeah.
Hey, Flavor.
Smart.
Hey, yo, man, you're talking to my L.A. Chopper boys?
Yeah, we're talking to those guys, too. We're talking to you. We're trying to make all this work.
Yo, could you tell my boys those Flav sends a big up to them, man? Those my boys. I love them, man.
They're hearing you.
They're hearing you. Hey, Flav, so another comment about the show, the white girl that is trying to act over-the-top ghetto, how do you feel about that?
Honestly, to tell you the truth, the only thing I can say is, hey, if you don't be yourself, then you get caught out there. And then you'll end up being yourself. Trust me. Y'all gotta watch the show. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, but it kind of flipped me out a little bit, man, when I heard the girl's accent leak. Oh, no, I can't say too much.
Yeah, you can, man.
Well, anyway, one day her accent left me. I never took gymnastics, but I started flipping, and I'm like, oh, so you really ain't country at all.
He's got away with words. And how's the bowling game?
Something happened on TV, and that girl started talking straighter than an arrow, and I'm like, hey, what happened to the country accent?
Oh, okay, all right, I got you.
Good.
Very good.
But, anyway, but bowling, that's be bowling like 210, you know what I'm saying, 185, 210 and stuff. Why? Who want to come on the bowling alley with me?
Well, I was reading this article on you yesterday. It's just a coincidence. I was going through some magazines, and you were bragging about your bowling skills, and the interviewer went to a lane with you, and the first ball was a gutter ball. The second ball, you hit one pin. And I'm like, this is right after he's bragging about his skills.
Hey, yo, let me tell you all the truth, man. Honestly, I was kind of celebrating that.
Yeah, a little twisted.
A little bit of Hennessy and Coca-Cola, man, so you're going to throw a couple gutter balls. But I came back around and kicked everybody's butt anyway.
Yeah, they discussed down the article about how you're off all the hard stuff, but you have, no problem doing the Hennessy and a blunt every once in a while, and you can keep yourself under control. You've picked your own lifestyle there.
Oh, man, let me tell you something, man. Nobody's life is squeaky clean, but I'm just going to do what works for Flavor Flav, man.
There you go. Well, you're an honest and open guy there.
And you're doing well. When can we catch the show? When is that on?
Jesus, every hour on VH1.
Every hour.
Every hour.
Hey, yo, I'm going to tell you, man, right now, man, I'm kicking butt on TV, and if it wasn't for y'all watching me, I would not be in this position, man. I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, for real.
I got to ask really fast, so they do all the clips on what we can look forward to in this season, and I heard what sounded like New York's voice. Please tell me she comes back a little bit here.
Honestly, can I tell you all the truth? I do have a very, very special guest that comes back to my show, like did on my first show.
Yeah.
I just can't reveal who this special guest is right now.
Yeah, I understand. I was just trying to trick you. I get it. Hey, before we let you go, the question everyone's asking on the instant feedback and the phones and stuff, what happened with Hoops? Hoops was the girl, obviously, he picked from the first season. What happened with her?
Honestly, I like Hoops. She's a real good girl and everything.
Lesbian. What?
The chemistry was
lesbian.
You know what I'm saying? So what I did, I took the H off her name, and that's what I called the situation.
Oops. All right, we got you.
I think you saw a second season and said, I got to get rid of this bitch. Yeah, Flavor Flav is not dumb.
Y'all too much, man. I love you guys, man, because y'all keep it 100.
When you're in New York, you got to visit us, all right?
I promise you I will, man. You guys take care. Have a good remainder of the day. Thank y'all for watching me on the show. And, yo, L.A. Choppers, I love y'all, man. I'll hold it down. Talk to you later.
All right. Don't worry about it. Thanks,
Flavor. He's gone. All right.
It's probably tipping the Heineken's a little bit. Right?
Yeah, maybe. It's only off like 3,000 miles.
We did a few VH1 things with... and he was there.
Yeah. When they had that reality show.
The Big in 04 and the Big in 05 awards.
Oh, he's out there, man.
He's out there, yeah.
Do you think it's because he thinks Orange County and he's thinking like...
He's probably thinking like,
he
the OC.
but he's a big fan, and he's like, when he sees me, he really lights up. He's like,
right on.
You know, he's a cool guy.
All right, we have to take a break, so we should get the big plug in for you guys as well. Yep. So we got the Caddyshack episode didn't air yet, right?
No, it did.
Monday. Oh, it did.
But
it did.
Part two.
Oh, there's a part two.
Air this Monday. That's going to be the finish of the bike and us golfing. You get to see him hacking up a course with Bill Murray. It's going to be good.
That must have been fun.
Wait, you got to golf with Bill Murray?
Yeah.
I would love
and his brothers, actually. Brian
They're
Doyle.
pretty good, right?
Brian
good, real good.
Yeah, real good, huh?
Yeah. It was fun. Them guys are good, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just like, regular brothers that, drink and punch each other in your face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Would they rag you pretty bad?
No, it was good, man. They were good to hang out with, man.
Yeah,
funny.
Real nice.
Bill Murray is so funny, naturally funny, not over the top, just very funny all the time.
Wow, that's something to have tucked in your memory.
No kidding. All right, it's Orange County Choppers, Mondays at 10 p.m. on the Discovery Channel.
Season 4, right?
Still a couple more for season 3, and then in January we start.
Oh, January? Okay.
January we'll start season.
This was a pleasure, guys.
Yeah,
that's great. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us on, guys.
Very cool meeting you guys.
All right.
Good luck with the show, man.
Thanks.
We'll be back in just a bit. Well, we got some audio from the Tonight Show appearance.
Opie and Anthony.
It's great.
They're like the hottest guys on radio.
Wow, that's really nice.
Opie and Anthony show on XM Satellite Radio.
It starts with an O&A plug before headlines.
Opie and Anthony show on XM Radio.
Very nice.
Tested. Leno approved.
They plugged us like 3 times last night on the show.
The Opie and Anthony show. The hottest show there is.
All right. By the way, on OpieandAnthony.com today, there's a still frame from the actual TV commercial.
Yes, I'm using it as my sig pick.
And I was talking to Tom. The commercial's coming out very, very soon.
When's very, very soon?
I don't know.
Very soon would be like further away than very, very soon. But very, very soon is sooner than very soon.
But there's one frame of it on OpieandAnthony.com.
Oh, Jesus, you are making people angry with your eating like that.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
All right. We're trying to find this thing they did in the post today.
Fire, 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 fire everywhere.
Stars are blind and deaf. Paris Hilton, whose day job mostly comprises penniless flashing of paparazzi, already makes our eyes bleed several nights a week via The Simple Life. Now she's after our ears, flooding radio station airwaves with her baby talk sing-song reggae light songs like Stars Are Blind. Yeah, they can make anyone into a singing star.
A pop star. Pop star. Now, Paris Hilton, she's got some kind of stupid built-in audience. I don't know why.
Well, you get the right people around you. You can make anyone sound good in the studio, and you can throw it on the radio, and you can get away with it. For a song or two, anyway.
Paris Hilton.
She's good.
It's off the album Paris. Genre, homemade porn soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
How they did it, I always wanted to record an album, but I was just too scared. Oh, why they did it.
Oh.
Who knows?
Hard to sing with a cock in your mouth?
Highlight, her boob falling out while filming the video for Stars Are Blind. Wow.
Ooh.
So you catch a little side of her boob instead of just watching the video while she's sucking cock and getting fucked doggy style? Video's great. Sounds like heavily layered tinny pop vocals.
I disagree.
Fire. Sorry.
I heard it and I thought she was wonderful.
Did you? You liked it?
Wonderful.
I
laughed. I cried. She's good. Kid's good.
Well, you want to hear a little taste of that?
Sure.
All right.
I want to hear all of it.
Hear a taste of that. Interesting.
Paris Hilton. Stars Are Blind.
You want to touch a side of that? Another sense joke. It is a little raga.
Yeah.
It's got a little raga to it.
How do you not dance?
I don't mind spending some time just hanging here with you, 'cause I don't find too many guys that treat me like you do. Those are the guys that wanna take me for a ride.
It's on key, I'll give her that. That's refreshing.
It's not awful. It's probably been so touched up in the...
Yeah.
It's not awful. It's just, it's a harmless, irrelevant
But it's not her.
nonsense.
It's not her talent.
No.
It's a producer in the studio making her sound good. If she's even singing.
Yeah, I know. That's true.
Let's not forget Milli Vanilli.
Can we? I had until you brought their name up, damn it.
Hey, I want to do a song. Can we modulate my voice? Is there a way to make someone's voice sound good?
Yeah.
I'm going to work on a tone. I'm going to show you that can be done.
Hey, you know something? They have a lot of things they could do to music these days and vocals and everything, but it is still very hard to make someone that sings off-key sound on-key. I know they got pitch transposers and correction and stuff, but it's very hard to get somebody that sings badly off-key to sound on-key.
Well, I'm good.
Rich is stating the obvious here. Rich?
Morning, boys.
Hey, Rich.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thanks.
Guys, somebody needs to call Gwen Stefani and call the police and let them know that she done stole her voice. That's like, totally sounding like Gwen Stefani to me.
Sounded like Gwen with emphysema, maybe. At least Gwen Stefani's got like a little power to her voice.
Hey, with some nasal problems.
That was awful.
She's got some allergies. Punch now, boys. Take it easy.
Sticking up for Gwen.
I noticed that.
Look at me.
Yeah. Because you've seen her in concert 8 times?
Yeah, probably 8 times.
You think the Chopper guys noticed that we were a bunch of wimps?
The moment as soon as they heard what the show they were doing.
God, we stink.
When they all had sex with Jimmy as we watched.
Yeah, I yelled help and you went, we are. We're helping ourselves to some lubricant.
I think they might have thought wimp.
Speaking of help yourself to a balloon, Don.
Joey.
Yeah.
Turn your radio down.
Stop listening, shit.
Turn it down. Ah!
It's down. It's down.
All
right. I would have hung up on you, but I need you for a segue. Let's go. Holy shit.
All right.
Turned his phone down.
Holy shit.
Dude, talk now.
We didn't say turn your brain power down.
He bailed out.
Good, stupid.
He didn't bail out. He hit the ground.
He said that was the worst song ever.
Oh, thank God.
And the Post has a whole article on stars singing really bad songs.
Yep.
And there's a couple more examples here we want to just
my favorite's the next one. I don't know why they don't like this.
Oh, this one's good.
Did you like it when it came out?
Who didn't?
Who didn't? It was a party anthem.
This was ridiculous.
It talked about all our girls. We all understood.
Why don't we play it?
See, already. Got you moving.
I'm feeling good already.
I challenge your toes to that tap.
And in the video, he was in the studio, and you saw him clap.
Ew, Woody?
Yeah. He was so serious doing this.
Well, he had Rick James behind him for this song.
Yep.
He did 3 albums? Eddie Murphy?
He wanted to be Michael Jackson, like, really bad. Michael Jackson was really, like, cool shit back then.
Yeah. How could it be? This is from...
Danny. This is great.
Yeah, it's jazzy.
See the high hair.
Yeah.
Shoulder pads on the girls.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Free pants.
What they thought the future would look like with their stupid clothes.
Why you wanna hurt me? Hurt me. After all of the things I've done for you.
Ooh, good point, Ed.
Good, Eddie.
I buy you champagne and roses, put diamonds on your finger.
All right, that's a take, Davey.
Does she? Does she?
And I related to that because I once dated a girl that would always party.
All the time?
Give her a number to every boy she saw.
Or just some of the
I
time?
wrote a song about her. It was called Cunt.
Speaking of music, we got Coke Logic on the phone. Coke Logic.
Hey, what's up, boys? I want to hear some real music. I want to hear Foundry.
Where's that fucking...
You know, this is good because Steve C., a celebrity in his own right.
Mm-hmm.
And
as we get Steve C. in studio with his music.
He's got his music.
Androgynous zilch in here.
You know, we don't have one of our favorites that they talked about in the New York Post today, Joe Pesci doing Wise Guy. The Wise Guy rap.
Oh, or the bitches that'll get yous?
Oh, that's
It's the bitches that'll get yous.
How about Rodney, huh?
You got the Joe Pesci?
Hey,
E-Rock singing?
Shake it up, baby!
Rapping Rodney. Whoa.
Drop something.
Wow,
what fell there?
That could have really hurt
Could have
somebody.
hurt your foot with the foot.
Foot thing on
What's
your
that?
foot. Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh, this was a little bit of it. Hold on. Joe Pesci.
It's a bitches that'll get you.
Is it, Joe? Oh.
It's a bitches that'll get you.
Just looped?
Bitches that'll get
It's
you?
a bitches that'll get you.
He did a whole rap, like, in between. This was like the hook.
It's a bitches that'll get you.
Yeah. The bitches that'll get you.
Thanks.
Bitches get yous. Love it.
They'll like get all of you.
Yeah.
Bitches that'll get
The
you.
bitches that'll get yous.
Yeah, he's right.
Bitches.
Is he right?
Steve, where's your music?
Yeah.
Here
He goes right here. Like
he looks so sad and
come
dejected.
on, Foundry.
no energy. He's like, it's right here. Where is it? Give me that CD before he thinks about taking it back.
No, I can't take it.
I want to enjoy the whole CD. Give it to me.
All right.
The cover art. The name of the CD you guys put out was What Kills Me?
That's right.
Our own Steve.
Very aggressive.
And you were the singer?
Uh-huh. Why not? How'd your parents die? Why not? How'd your parents die? Why not? How'd your parents die? I'm never talking to you again, Jimmy.
Did you?
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Did you hand this CD to Ant and I when we were working at AAF?
I might have. I think I...
Probably.
I'm part of a group called Foundry. We're very hard to find and navigate.
Come here.
Oh.
I probably did because I used to work those beach parties that you guys did at, what was that, Fitchburg Center?
Fitchburg.
Whatever that stupid indoor hockey arena was where you guys
the indoor
hosted.
beach party in Fitchburg, Massachusetts.
Because I would work security at those things.
Where's all the other guys?
Could you just give this a listen?
I guarantee you, Steve right now is secretly hoping that there's a big talent scout listening.
No, I'm not.
Who will recognize that Foundry was a band that was overlooked.
Trust me, I've heard enough. I've heard enough demo CDs and befriended enough of the guys that I grew up listening to know that this is not going to be.
Isn't it exciting, though, when you finally get the package in your hand and you're a band and you're like,
yeah,
here it is, man. Oh. It's going to make it, man.
You guys all listen and tap your toes.
At the time, 10 years ago, you're ecstatic.
Yeah.
You're like, wow.
Guys, you guys weren't looking at this closely.
Oh, no, what?
I'm bummed that you guys don't have thank yous.
Yeah, those are always
CD.
Oh, I thought we did.
But, Steve, would you like to let everyone know what your rock name was?
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. Stephen Carr. That's right.
Let me clarify one thing.
Oh, boy.
I forgot
If
about
I
that.
find out if you spelled it C-A-R-R,
Yeah.
I'm going to smash
Did you?
almonds into your face.
Yes, I did.
Fucking cock.
Grr.
Steve Hybrid it is now.
Steve Carr. Let me try to start myself. No. I'm out of gas. No.
This is Steve Carr on vocals.
I forgot about that.
Steve Carr.
Carr.
Was Steve Douche taken?
Everybody in the band had like a very antiseptic, cool last name, and I was the one guinea in the group.
Steve
I said
Carr.
I had to fit in.
Carr, yeah.
Oh,
That's
fucking
wonderful.
horrendous.
Better than Steve Lisi.
Exactly.
Steve Lisi or Steve Carr. It's a good name. It's good name.
I leafy my.
Hold on. I gotta
Thank you.
kill myself. It was a good one too. You bastard.
Steve Carr.
Stumble over
I
my
wish I
own
would have
tongue.
seen that. I didn't.
Well, there it is, right there.
C-A-R-R.
R.R.
Boundary is Stephen Carr, lead vocals and guitar.
Stephen
I
Carr.
bet you dummy
Stephen Carr.
practice his autograph. Steve.
Oh, I did. I used to.
2 R's trailed off.
No, the T used to intersect every other letter, I think. Yeah, it was awful.
It's Steve Carr.
Carr.
That's close.
Steve Carr. Steve Carr. Carr.
Thank you, sweetie.
Oh,
No, I don't want to write on that.
oh, let's see your autograph. Come on, Steve
back
Carr.
We should do old time concert commercials
No, it's not.
for Foundry.
Steve Carr.
Steve Carr.
Featuring Steve Carr.
How many times did you rehearse the speech at the Grammys? They normally don't recognize this kind of music.
I'm sure I had those conversations with myself, like, in the shower or at night. Would I win that Grammy?
Large boy.
Yeah, all 400 pounds of me.
All right, Steve.
Imagining like Jeopardy having a question like, this lead singer of a popular band is actually named Steve Carlisi. And everyone knows it. Who is Steve Carr? Steve Carr is correct.
That's right.
Yes, Steve Carr.
This band actually put out one CD, and it sucks a bag of ass. Who's Foundry?
Wow. This was everything to this guy back in '97.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what song should we play?
Stephen Carr should have gone to the junkyard to be crushed.
Steve Carr should have carried Harry Chapin on his back.
Steve Carr should have baby seats in the back backing into a lake.
Steve Carr should have a hose taped to the side of his face.
It's really awful.
Stephen Carr.
Steve Carr.
I used to wear these awful get-ups with, since I was so big, I couldn't buy stage clothes in normal, I couldn't buy off the rack, so I was going to Lane Bryant, the fat woman.
Oh, my God.
Fat woman shop.
Steve Carr gets his clothes from Elaine Bryant. We'll tell you more in this issue
And I
of
had
Tiger
this-
Beat.
And I had this, yes, indeed.
Oh, God damn. How did this go so long? How long have we known Steve?
I have kept this intentionally.
8 years?
8 years I've kept this
my
muffled.
All right, so you would go to Elaine Bryant, and what would you buy for your crazy stage outfit?
A 3X leopard skin blouse.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
I had that. I had gold sequin Doc Martens. I had
You're divine.
Yeah.
You are divine.
yeah. I think I had that's terrible. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's more than terrible.
My girl wants to borrow my shirt all the time.
Steve Carr.
Oh, you stink.
It was awful. I wore black eyeliner when I was
We got to blow
for-
up the lyrics because they're really ridiculous.
Oh, there's lyrics. Why didn't I look at that?
Oh, yeah.
because you're just not observant, Jimmy.
What kills me?
Wow.
Music by Stephen Carr. Lyrics by
Blow my
Stephen
brains
Carr.
Ew, you were Stephen Carr? Like that was
Stephen
like
Carr.
Steven Tyler?
Right.
It's hard
Can't
to
be
read.
Steve
Stephen
Carr.
Hawking, Stephen King.
Did you think about it? Should it be Steve Carr or Stephen Carr?
What was the
I
big,
probably did.
What was the big hit? What kills me?
trying to think. Yeah, that was
the
one.
hit.
That
was the hit.
I want to live. I want to dream. I want to fly. I want to die.
I think there was one. I think the one that was called "Tell Your Story" was the one that.
And by hit, we are just leaving the S off the front.
Yeah, exactly. They're all crap.
Please blow up the lyrics so we can hear. We can sing along.
And the course of my existence isn't yours to compromise.
I was written by.
I want to love. I want to hate.
I want to punch a girl in her vagina.
Yes. I want to do promos that nobody gets.
I want to turn and deviate.
Play the hit, Ramon.
Bring me a cloth. A little taste. What song you want us to play?
You can play the first one. That's fine.
Yeah.
Pendulum?
Yeah, you can.
Pendulum by.
They all have
as performed by Stephen Carr in the band Foundry.
Swings back and forth like a pair of balls when you're wearing a Lane Bryant dress.
It was a blouse, Jimmy.
A blouse.
Pendulum. Steve Carr.
Stephen Carr.
Wow.
We're waiting for the lyrics to be blown up.
Okay.
We want to sing along.
No,
people are just they're suggesting photoshops now that are just
I'm sure. I kept this so under wraps for so long, and I knew that it was going to
Ted Kennedy should drive you into Chappaquiddick. Steve Carr crash.
Oh, man. Strap in.
Yeah,
just strap in.
I remember Jimmy when I told Jimmy about this. He looked at me and he just was laughing, and I said, "What are you laughing about?" He said, "I'm just trying to decide if we're going to get 1 or 3 hours out of this."
You knew it had to be.
You're getting thrown under the car.
What are the rest of the boys doing in the band?
I think one of them is still playing in bands in Boston. The other guys all had day jobs, and that's what kept everybody in Boston. And I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I moved back to Jersey because there was just the scene in Boston was Godsmack and everybody else at that point. And I think Stained was just starting up at that point too.
And Godsmack and Foundry would be a good
Foundry.
Yeah,
nice
I think
double
so too.
bill.
Sully and Stephen Carr posing for a magazine.
Stephen Carr.
If only.
That's what he wanted.
I know.
Yeah, that's what you want.
That's what you wanted, right?
At 22, that's what I wanted. I wanted to be. I thought I wanted to be a rock star, and then I came to the realization that everybody.
You get copies for everybody.
Godsmack and Goddrek.
Here, Jimmy. God, even blown up, the lyrics are beyond
very tiny. Had to fit all of my creativity in a very small space.
Oh, we were broke. We recorded this in 2 days in a I think it was in Alston or something like that, some studio.
Wow, here's a number that went undialed for bookings call.
What'll that number get you now?
I have no idea. It's probably residential.
We should call it and say, can we book a Foundry? Is Stephen Carr there?
You know what? You should send this down to Washington and get this on the Unsigned channel.
Oh, my God. Stephen Carr.
You guys have the fucking worst names. Stephen Carr, and then there's Alan Stratton.
Write that number down, see if anyone answers, and if they want to, come on the radio.
I guarantee you what you're going to hear is it's going to be a voicemail. Hi, this is Steve. I can't come to the phone right now. It was just his cell phone.
It's going to ring on my hip. Right. All right, here come the lyrics. So we're going to play Pendulum?
Yeah, you can play
by Foundry?
That's right.
God. With Stephen Carr on
all these songs.
There's somebody
vocals.
out there. You guys ever play a show?
Yeah, a bunch.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
I don't even get the first line.
What's the first line?
Pendulum will swing at the center of attention. Just another day. Condescension.
Another condescension. Yeah.
Oh, just another. It says day. Mock you, shock you. Gonna lock you down.
All right, wait a minute. Pendulum will swing at the center of attention. How does a pendulum swing? Everyone's looking at it swing?
I guess, yeah.
All right.
Pendulum.
Did you just look for things that rhymed? And right around
I did have a rhyming dictionary.
Pendulum will shift with a little bit of pressure. Move too slow, and the pendulum will get you.
It's the pendulum that will get you.
Show you, mow you, gonna throw you around.
Ew. Show you, mow you.
Mow you.
Maybe we shouldn't pay this place.
You did the...
God, I can't take this picture of you, though. It should have been Stephen as big as a...
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait till you see line 3. This is where the writing gets good.
Okay.
Hindenburg.
You did the crime, but not the time. You went there, didn't you?
You did the crime.
Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Yeah,
what was the crime you committed? Impersonating a retarded person writing lyrics?
Now you got to pay for what you've done. You better run. I've had all I can take of all your screaming in my ear. My back is going to break if you push
me in the rear.
Push it in my rear.
If you push me one more time. It doesn't even rhyme.
It does. If you hear the rhyme scheme, it'll.
My back is going to break.
Exactly.
My heart's getting heavy. My blood's getting cold.
Steve!
I was 22.
It's like one of Jimmy's poems.
It really is.
Yeah.
You make me look like fucking Mamet.
No, I don't.
I wasn't a poet, but you get it. You changed me into something that I just can't control. If you see me coming, best get out of my way.
Got no choice in the matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Shaped like a bulldozer.
If you see me coming, put on certain glasses and you'll see me pass in front of the sun.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh, my.
Because the pendulum is swinging back the other way. Pendulum can take only so much yelling, but he'll do next. But
what he'll do next?
What he'll do next?
There's no
telling.
Like dog shit, this song is smelling.
Bump you, chump you, gonna dump you out. Pendulum will break under too much tension, breaking down the walls of my detention. Wrecking ballin', kingdom falling down. And that is all the words to Pendulum.
Oh, wow.
So now you can follow along at home with the actual music from the band Foundry, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen to the words.
Is there a little intro music?
Yeah, all of our songs had very long intros.
Very long intros.
Electric drum triggers and all.
Oh, great.
What instrument did you play, Sweetie Pie?
Guitar.
Eric.
Here's the man. As that tiny little thing in front of me would indicate.
Oh, I see.
Blown up bigger, and so is Steve in this picture. Wow, you are just a shell of your former self. I am so proud to look at you now.
Thank you, Anthony.
When you were giant.
How much did you weigh back then?
1650.
Pushing 400. I mean, at that point, who's counting? I really was huge. I'm like a 50-inch waist, I think.
All right. Wow. Pendulum. Okay, good. All right, here we go.
Get ready to rock.
Cut off the top of Pendulum. Here it is, people of Foundry.
On the only station that really rocks. This is Foundry.
Pendulum.
Featuring Stephen Carr on lead vocals and guitar.
Stephen Carr going to be joining us in studio later on.
Crank it
Talk
up.
about his new album.
This is Pendulum on the only station that really rocks.
Yeah.
Pendulum will swing at the center of attention. Just another day, another condescension. Walk you and shot you and shot.
This is so good. I repressed this.
Pendulum will shimmer with a little bit of pressure. Move too slow and the pendulum will catch ya. Show you and know you and gonna throw you around.
Here it comes.
You did the crime and not the time. Now you gotta pay for what you done. You better run. That all I can take of all you screaming in my ear. Back is gonna break it if you push me one more time. My heart gets heavy, my blood gets cold. You change me into something that I just can't control. You see me coming, best get out of my way.
Can't.
Pendulum is swinging back the other way.
That's terrible. I'm sorry. Get the fuck out now. Why not? What are you doing in my house? Get the fuck out. No, nothing's wrong. Just stay in the living room. I'll handle
Will it? Steve can't take it, man. He's tapping out.
You changed me into something that I just can't control. You see the girl and just get out of my way. The pendulum is swinging back the other way.
Yeah. Obligatory guitar lead.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Buried in reverb.
Wild Stallions. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, bring it down. Every bad boy has a soft side.
Ow! You see me coming, let's get out of my way. The pendulum is swinging back the other way.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
My blood's getting cold.
No.
Change me into something that I just can't control.
Grr.
You see me coming, let's get out of my way.
Grr.
The pendulum is swinging back the other way. My blood's getting cold.
No.
Change me into something that I just can't control.
Why not?
You see me coming, let's get out of my way. The pendulum is swinging back the other way.
Grr. No.
There you go, Foundry. Pendulum on the only station that really rocks. You know what?
It wasn't as bad.
It's not that bad.
It
You
really
gotta
isn't.
be be honest with the guy.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
It's not.
No, it's not that good either.
No, that's all right.
it's not that bad.
Considering it was-
we were hoping it was a lot worse. Trust me.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, the instant feedback doesn't think so.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't. I'm sure they're full with
savage animal.
Oh yeah.
He sings monotone too.
I want to hear you sing something.
Like what? I sing jingles all the time. You've heard me sing before.
Steve from Philly. Is the singer a great big fat person? He sounds like the announcers, the news announcer from South Park. Okay.
Sing a little something a cappella. I know you can.
Like what?
Who's fronting the band? Kim Jong-il from Team America. A lot of people throwing in the South Park reference. Steve once bit the head off an ostrich on stage. Is that true?
I got a question.
I'm hungry enough.
Do you got a slow one?
Yeah, but
power ballad?
No power ballads.
No.
What?
No.
But you slowed it down?
I slowed it down. I slowed it down on one track that I wrote for my sister, but I don't want to play that.
You can't play that one.
Oh, all right.
The honey pot is swinging back the other way.
What other one you want to play there, Steve?
Let me see. Let me see the thing. Dan. Yeah.
The pendulum is swinging.
I'm telling you, I haven't heard this in years.
Yes, you have.
Quite intentionally.
He makes them play it at parties.
No, my mother plays this at her house, and because she's so proud. She's like, my son did this, and then I'm like, Mom, turn it off.
She couldn't be proud. She probably does that when people are like going to eat and they shouldn't eat. She puts it on and it just wrecks their appetite.
Let's see.
When you're all blocked up and you can't shit. They have this in the bathroom.
She plays it when she wants to empty the house.
Yeah, when she wants the company to leave.
Yeah, the company needs to go home.
Mrs.
Crank up some Foundry.
This is my son.
Haven't heard anything like that since the song from Boogie Nights in the studio.
Hello, hours.
We look like assholes, man.
You could do
I'm Stephen Carr.
I'm trying to think which one has the more cliche lyrics. You could try 5 or 7.
Let me see. Which one? Tell me the names of them.
Yeah, because that might just be, he might be a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
With Pendulum.
Something tells me that...
I'm spewing cliches left and right.
He was very confident with Pendulum.
Yeah, he was.
Like, play Pendulum.
Pendulum.
Tell your story or burned. Those are
burned.
Let's look at the lyrics.
What's it about? But what should happen to these CDs? Nothing.
Who are you to force my hand? I can barely understand. This battle that I'm going through is raging between me and you. I've got a feeling that you keep me kneeling. When you see me coming, don't run. This war has only begun.
Ooh.
And you can tell your story to the man in the moon. He's the only one listening to you. And you can plead your insanity until you turn blue, but he's the only one listening to you.
The man in the moon?
Funny how you speak your mind to the scum of humankind. The little bit I try to do is all I need to bury you.
Ooh, ominous.
All right, someone read Burned.
Where is it? I'm afraid I can't get through. That was scary.
Wasn't it?
Where's Burned? I see it.
There it is, sweetie.
So take another piece of me. If it takes you where you want to be, it seems you'll win at any cost, 'cause there's another friend you lost.
Oh.
Challenging observation, Stephen.
Stephen. Mondo talentless.
I challenge you to not throw up while these songs are playing.
Sexy Stephen Carr.
In his leopard print blouse. Raising the temperatures. All right. You were taking it all, but you still wanted more. And you never knew what hit you till they found you on the floor.
Oh.
When the hammer came down, you had your back turned. They should have told you when you started the fire you were gonna get burned.
Wow, that stunk.
And whoever got hit by that hammer can consider themselves lucky that their listening experience was over.
And M. Boogie from upstate New York said, "What's my problem? You're in my fucking blouse."
So, do we try Burned?
Hold on, there's only a little bit more now.
All right, go ahead.
Somewhere your life got left behind. Your avarice was on your mind. You say that money's all you need. Well, that's not wisdom. That's just greed.
Of course it is.
Oh, you
want to know if the rest of your band was Brock Landers and Chest Rockwell? And if you cover the song "I'm a Winner."
So take another look at you. You did just what I said you'd do. I guess you won at any cost, 'cause that's your only life you lost.
Wow, Steve, man, you know something. I got to give you credit, because this is really hard.
This is not easy, but
why? I think Steve is secretly proud of this.
Are you?
No, can't be.
Yes.
No.
He's secretly a foundry.
Like 10 years ago, I was quite proud of this, but now in
There's a guy on the line that actually liked the song we played.
Cool.
But first, Mike in New Orleans. Mike?
Well, I was wondering, I got two questions for Steve. One, I wanted to know, when he went to Lane Bryant, did he get the Brazilians to snap in the front or in the back? And then my one other question was, did he ever, when he was leaving a gig, get approached by a guy wanting to help with a bad hand, trying to help him get a chair in the back?
You're about size 300.
Let's get a
help over there.
Someone who actually likes his...
Yeah, let's go to Billy in Smithtown, then we'll get to that guy. Billy.
Yo.
What's up, Billy?
What's going on, guys? I wanted to know if on Steve's rider he requested a live barrel of salmon every night.
A live what?
Barrel of salmon.
Mondo stomachless.
He has to have honey and salmon. And he won't do any gigs between October and May.
Scott, you like the song, huh?
Yeah, it's not that bad. A little bit long, though. I think it was called the Pendulum Fitzgerald. And
I put on a dress. Fellas, I'm too fat to feed you.
All right, let's go to Tony in California. Tony.
Mondo talentless.
Yo.
Come on, Tony.
Hey, I was just wondering if anybody made the connection that not only was he dressed like a fat bitch, but he was singing about mood swings.
Yeah. Like a pendulum swings every month.
I find myself spotting in my underpants.
Tony in Texas. Tony.
What's going on, guys?
What's up?
Hey, man.
I just wanted to tell Steven that music sounds pretty good. I want to know where I can get some more of it.
Oh, well, is there any way this is available?
Yeah, the copy Ope has in his hand.
That's it, huh?
Can you imagine that?
That's all, huh?
Can you imagine this all turns out to be a good thing for Steve?
Yeah.
We're goofing, and next thing you know, the band is back together.
The greatest would be if
North America.
This one song became a hit, and then Steve just died.
Holy shit. Davey in New York City. Steve Carr sick.
Oh, the listeners are coming through.
Stephen Carr. Oh.
If you let Kiss into the Hall of Fame, you got to have the Art Season Foundry, Fezzy. From Vanilla Thunder in Philly. Very good. Mondo chartless.
Mondo what?
Chartless.
What? Did Steve bite the heads off live halibut on stage during his sets? Pete from Connecticut. Where is Than the Piano Man? That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Than would jam with him. That'd be a great little jam.
Oh, man.
The Steve.
You know this is leading towards the BAB tapes. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I heard, by the way, I was sent the entire first.
Oh, you heard it?
Yeah. I used to have it here, but I think...
Isn't it just awful?
I used to have it here, but I think Anthony came here in the middle of the night and took it.
Well, now I have it.
Because I don't have it anymore.
And I don't have a sound clip thing, but I will put it on a recorder and occasionally play it into my mic.
Oh, boy.
I just wanted to do it.
What song we playing?
Impression.
You do, you want to do Burn, Jimmy? You want to hear that one?
I don't know.
Fuck you, Jim Norton.
It was because Oak said something about this, and I just wanted to do it. What was George Burns saying this? Oh, George Burns singing.
I was just doing my George Burns impression.
That was cute. I know you
Shut
were.
up. This isn't about me.
I know. I'm just saying
It's about Steve. Please, let's... Hey, everyone, nothing to see here. Look over there in that direction.
Oh, some George Burns singing. I wondered what it would sound like.
Why not?
Did you?
How'd your parents die? Why not? How'd your parents die? Why not? How'd your parents die? What are you doing in my house? What's my problem? No.
Can George Burns sing
Nothing's
Pendulum?
wrong. Get the fuck out now. That's terrible. I'm sorry.
I can't hear you. What?
Grr.
All right, now we have Burns. And
tell your story.
Putrid farts I have. My stomach is just rebelling.
Oh, please don't.
All right, what do we got?
I said we got to go with Burns. That's some tough talk.
It really is.
Here's Foundry from the city.
Mine.
What kills me?
My God.
What?
Jim from Jersey. Worst Lebanese bombing in months. Ties it all together, doesn't he?
Holy shit.
I got scared. The lyrics were bad. The lyrics intimidated me.
Did the song actually waft over this way?
That's what happens whenever he opens his CD case.
Just diarrhea.
What is that? Someone left a Foundry CD in here. Find it.
Holy Tunes has a question. Tunes! Tunes!
Oh, here, hold on.
What's up, man?
Hey, is this how Stevie lost all his weight? Did he just listen to the CD and throw up all the time?
I want to know if Steve was happy on Flavor of Love when they gave his CD a plug when that girl left it on the steps.
Tony in Seattle. God, the whole country is chiming in today.
All I'm picturing is Steve alone in a room with a mirror in his leopard skin dress going, I am a star. I am a star.
Do you try practicing how to sing and what faces to make for certain parts of the pendulum? Is it?
Rob. Mayo Pack. What's up?
Hey, this sounds like great blowjob music. Kind of like a Dreamweaver, right?
All right, shut up. You tripped on it, stupid. Dreamweaver. Quiet.
Right,
you're not going to kill my good time here listening to Burned.
Burned from Foundry, from What Kills Me. CD available.
Good drums.
Nowhere. Nowhere.
Yes. Oh. Starts off dangerous.
Get the fuck out now.
Yeah. Sounds like Ronnie James Dio is stepping up to a mic.
Doesn't it?
La, la, la. La 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 la.
Van Halen drumming.
Yep.
Whoa. Change directions
Little
there.
Merciful Fate, Metallica.
Little Metallica, old school.
Were you in the other room singing?
Dude, buried in reverb.
Yeah.
Buried in reverb.
Never a good sign, you know.
Nice.
You were taking it all and you still wanted more. You never knew what hit you till they found you on the floor. And Miami came down, you had your back turned.
Is that the top of your range?
That fire that you
You got a deep voice. I mean,
I was doing a lot of vocal, a lot of opera scale, like try to get
opera scale.
Because that was
feel like an opera singer, Pavarotti.
Yeah, that was dangerously close to as far high as I could go. Shut up, Jimmy. That's terrible. I'm sorry.
There you go, a little taste of burned.
And then Sniper from Whackbag goes, taking it all, huh, Steve?
Let's go to Cliff in Florida. Cliff.
Yeah.
What's up?
Steve's new album released worldwide, Hibernation.
Someone wants the band to reunite and play at one of the Virus shows.
Wow.
That would be cool.
That would be a good one.
I could probably put a couple of the guys together.
What's the other one doing?
He moved. That's like half the band. Like that was put together, and I replaced half the guys like a year after that.
You stayed together after this?
Yeah, remarkably. Remarkably.
This was the last thing you did before you never spoke again. Did you hear Pendulum? Hello?
Stephen Carr.
Oh, Stephen Carr rules.
I love Stephen Carr. I hate Steve C.
Steve C is of no value. Stephen Carr from now on.
Stephen Carr rules.
I think they should play at a Virus show.
We're just touching the surface here. You should throw one of these songs up on the website.
I'll put the whole thing up there.
Of course you will.
Of course you will.
I'll put the whole thing up there. At this point, it's cathartic. Just take it, do what you will.
We should get it on unsigned on XM.
Yeah.
Yeah. That should get in heavy rotation there.
Let's go to Robin in Delaware. Robin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're on the air.
Hey, how are you guys?
Hello.
Continue. Make a point.
Hey, I was just wondering if Steve sits around and watches old reruns of Beavis and Butthead and thinks about the good old days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I knew your call was going to stink, but I didn't understand how badly it was going to stink. Pavarotti.
Let's go to Roger.
Can we have a buttery beat, please?
Buttery
You need a buttery beat?
Clean the
I
palate.
want to clear my oral palate.
All right, here's a buttery beat.
Here's a little
Thanks, boys.
musical sorbet. Tasty.
Pendulum is swinging.
Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? How'd your parents die? How'd your parents die? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? How'd your parents die? How'd your parents die?
Can't wait. Tomorrow, can we hear what kills me?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay.
You'll hear more from Foundry.
Oh, this isn't over?
Stephen Carr.
I bet you tomorrow that we should play something on a little CBS, give them the entire country.
All right, we're out of here.
Steve's willing to put the whole thing up on Foundry because he knows no one will find it.
That was the advantage.
Nice.
Take the wig from FBA.com. Very funny.
All right, we'll leave you guys with a buttery beat today. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Stephen Carr.
Stephen Carr is a douche.
viruses inside us. OAvirus.com, assault the media. It's time to drop bombs. We're just pests. You can't exterminate with Black Flag. Your web page just got hijacked by Whack Bag. The gag order's gone, time to go to war. Steve sees napalm burning down your door. It's hardcore. Apart from whores who dump on Norton's belly, the only other girl in his life is Bob Kelly, not you. When he was a kid, he sucked cock too. These two obnoxious shock jocks might shock you. Ask Howard, he don't want to get involved. Slip in your PJs and light a Java log. Spread the virus. Spread the virus. Spread the virus. Spread the virus. Spread the virus.
The Anthony Show.